na yamo matenase yefri NEAT 100.9 FM so eni se yeba manasoi na ena yadwada obubu obusume na yewumi ne de etoso dumienu afi empinu se aduono amse abodonko apamiti aduono emiensa na yetena ase no na ensema ko twiko breman eni se NEAT mema nti dwumadie yede ebremo na dwumadie mi amidi ho chiame yafra me ADAKABRI mudu osioma panyini kwadwo dame ado as usual ena de masi abontre majeri osei agyeman abone chidom technical production eye frema abankro yabeba panyini no any the only University of Ghana Lydia oka eye kru no ho na ne mra ne nyina ne se mara michi mafa ai wodie wobese waka ne kwan to ho na ne lips no na ne sweet lips no etimi esho yie na ye succulenta eno an se osane mrane mara michi mafa na je se wasere saa na wahwa ma bibia akoba bia wo se akobia engineering group atuagbo ai dada na worker otiako na najare na nabuaje adasankunoma o se sempro na face so ya the facilities group na tato omo nso no big solo dada Godfrey your friend Ubrana DJ Mapuna DJ Bosco na face so no mails o se tetai omo nso ehwese undesirable bia emma emetwem ewa ha sei enkofo ha bia emfa emreyen ensamo daba maso doso papa samo daba maso doso empanifo so ba ama ye nyina yesi adwa na yetimi ehunu ye ho ano ne hu ba bia de fufuo ebeko akwakobo ene ne sen sanitation aftermath of the heavy rains in the capital city Accra choked with flood. How do we solve this annual floods in the country? Ene esubrani eto na no memeneda afedi enkran ena ensuei yase ayiri ama akwakohwe eye Sahiram Al-Hassan member of parliament for Ayawaso West Wogon wani John Dumelo feature say wo musumi say ya akwa Olympics esumi say ya eno mu namu na jese wo musumi say ya na ye say ayi wabai wakoba bia woba edinu ohye black and white afedie de nsuo yese no ohye Wellington busu na afedie wo yi na namu nyina dara si asabe adasi over wa hwe yi nsuo no bewura ho over ho de manhu watini slate no go through say over me so she butu and am say say you am say no ma wodi no ma gata so ni honorable member mechia and say one so de Jackma John Dumelo say John was bottom up Ayawaso West just said sanitation minister Sisiri Abnapa ono so ayade across the country 16 regions ni nyina OC recycling plant solid waste treatment plant and OC na anu ya woni president call wa o makwa akotwa say in 4 months Zoom line therefore say Japan yisi michiao na wom 16 regions ni nyina so hwe senkran ha say na sabi ye koko ye janan for 90 years broni penso nyina ne betugu pum and solid waste plant yetimi den etimi ya wakwa ye bi so okumase awayi takurade chese all the 16 regions ekofodua last week afede na nanum nipa ya mesrim ye nkonko witness say ye kwatwa de ne matenase ye didi ama time na twam we asem of energy amuruso energy amuruso such as a treatment plant ahodo eti Sicily Abnapa wonnam so waya ade pa ye behwe na security was matters arising from killing of infantsman and pay the sudden attacks and serial killings in the country ahead of this year's polls. Honorable Mrekiduka family attacked. Should we worry as a country going into the elections? And then Yahumbambo say a tuo kasa ewoma wemu ene nipa ye kwayeso na nukwa de takwansuayem onu Mrekuduka abusua ensoso yakokwa dwudwa Blantyre ga miwa woni Charles Bisiu onua wonto omo ntemadwo yebusa se adenwanwa bi na esi ana se say ya yɛbɛkɔ elections a na nkrofo free say sika wɔ nipa bi ho ne yɛyɛ saa na emu nsɛm ɛbɛba politics ɔsi road to election 2020 EC closes filing of nomination forms political party hit the ground running with campaign promises ɛnɛ enipa 17 ɛne yɛde edin akɔ a electoral commission agye na sisi a wɔn hwɛ mu ti ɛbɛ okay ama wɔn din aba ballot paper so ana emu nsɛm nyinaa ɛbɛba ɛno ntu bɛtumi awasapo yɛn on 050-600-0909 050-600-0909 afei nso so yɛmpa aseda ɛmpama African Queen Mackerel aseda nkɔma ɛyɛ ɔbaapa Mackerel aseda ɔbaapapa Mackerel ɔbaapa sardine nso so otua King tablet Oncho capsules X and Y granules na afei so Araba bazin almighty Mr. K ɔmo nyinaa ekurakura yɛn na ɛnɛ masire panyini kwadwo damiado se yemie phone line kakra na mahwehwɛ menhunu ne bia na wo de ya makwanya se frɛ na kire nipa kora betimi akire efiti 2008 because 2004 elections any 2000 elections na sheda enhunu serial callers okay maminya interview wemra na won sheda enhunu serial callers inti serial callers ne be here popular since 2008 2012 2016 and 2020 so esa aba from kakra na kokko atimpese mbusa say serial caller be pa na onimu nu a obeka say waye yie e wo serial caller adwuma no
ofa asemi de obuza asema
e be bie phone line no ama ne ye busa e ho say serial caller be pa na abeka say waye yie e wo adwuma serial caller na ogina mu e defend party ogina mu e communicate ye nyina akosi sen
ofa asema obusa de me pese ka serial callers for na anka ebie line na no mo ankasa come asem da
o me che serial caller waye yie
because bo otimi ye so mo nipa ho
o sir
obo ha
mi nua president Kofi Beduni waye yie so mo nipa ho
na sha no ho ensem bebre ho
keke kwasi kran waye yie so mo
obi hu
jo asama waye yie so mo obi hu
so kakra bi akobepa ma wo de abonkwan no
nti na omo to mu a enkrofo beba be hwe omo papa
and they bebu say
ye campaign said the AC Ekro na Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology ene omo so no omo timi develop Department of Politics agina emma meaminua Dr. Mache Boateng we political science lecturer ho na omayen extensive insight into the kind of campaigning koso as a campaigning in disguise as opposed to previous ones and yeah na face so ye ko na ye ka se ma ye project 2800 emu 1200 and da hoyi emu say that kind of campaigning na security normal ewurawura mu any apparent apprehension about MANSO no how does it affect your political campaigning Dr. Mache Boateng yemu aha
yenia
Dr. Humpo etisan awie yi
awradi Yesu Kristo adaro ma me ho ye
waye Doc Uflikma wani fi ye fiti GTV benso abekasa ya menne wabe Dr. Mache Boateng political science lecturer ni ade wo kai serial caller bia wo bekasa waye serial caller afra ama enne waye yie e wo serial caller no can you recall any of them
ai kumazi bi wa ha
pana ye yie na me nkwa ho nkwaji bi
ADAKABRI ni boni di an tokora ba
apia stadium waye yie
wabo bi di
kwabna nyame aye yie
wabo bi di
abilela aye yie
ADAKABRI akaji foni bi aye yie o
sasiria callers ni bi aye young
enipa obobo wo mu din ba ko ono apamu aka ni pay se nipa bia na odi mama no aboano se so fe no ni papa mu a pe ko pe okan na bontin pay eno kwa ni se ya pia stadium ono na kan pay o radio so ono ho po former president Mahama Enyama ko yama no kan pay radio so afa former president Mahama so eho ama no enemy etwa so pen ɛna ɔkeka nsɛm a mekan ɛka ho
ɛna kyerɛ sɛ wɔn a ɛna wɔn te nkira ha deɛ dabere anokwadworo bi na ɛyɛ na watu ke wɔda ho yɛ carpenter.
asɛm na aba.
Asɛm na aba. Eti ɛyɛ political communication via serial calling no ɛyɛ ade a ɛyɛ viable asatɛnɛ ana.
Ɛkwan bi so ɛyɛ ɛnɛ yi a yɛ amanyɔkuo yi kɔbɛ dadaroma ɔmo tumi hyia bebree nipa bebree kɔ hyia faako yi campaign ni nyinaa ba abɛgyina radio so dodoɔ no a campaign na ba abɛgyina radio so bibia obiara no bia radio kuro ya na ɛfa ɛbɔ no dawuro ɛma no kɔ wiase afa na nyinaa asɛm bi wɔ hɔ a epie wɔ ma no ɛfa baako yɛmfa ne sɛ Kumasi Ashanti region enya pie na radio fo no nya somo a wobɛhu sɛ nipa no bi frɛ Western region, Northern region, Michiwe, course fi baabi bebree ba. Nti radio for na essentially any television wɔn na ɛyɛ campaign no. Media callers for no adwuma asɔre papaapa.
Adwuma asɔre papaapa na wobɛhia sɛ nka yɛbɛ structure wɔn beyond just about man peanuts bi hitiwa niwa bi sɛ pakokoto credit card, pakokoto data na yɛ sɛ adwuma wei sɛ yɛbɛtumi a structure in any way ana.
Which is the parties no titru NDC ni MPP wɔn structure. Wɔn mpanimfoɔ edi animu. Egyiri sɛ wɔn na wɔn hyia mmra no. Ɛma wɔn titiɛ ɛfɛ kwan a wɔn bɛkasa wɔ radio so. Edu mmerɛ bi na wɔn ne nipa mmiɛnsa efiri amanyɔkuo baako mu ekohyia wɔ radio station a wɔtumi hu sɛ wɔn nsɛm a wɔn ka no ɛnam kwan bi so a hu sɛ yɛatete wɔn ɛwɔ saa kwan no so. Nhyehyɛeɛ ɛwɔ mu saa mmerɛ yi.
Dr. Machi Boatema yɛnhwɛ yɛyɛ used to large gatherings rally akɛse na wobɛhwɛ in the year 2000 na in Dafa Park ɛwɔ Mamprobi na the then candidate John Ajekum Kufuor na wayɛ rally ama no na deɛ ɛdi papa yi pueyɛ na ado Dankwa Kufuor na obegyina hɔ mokwa yadi mokwa bakeke na utumi so that electricity that power a wodi gina in Dafa Park ekasaye enei ususu se eye sa large gathering with your friends powerful messages electrical waves etimi eto ama vuvuzela nyina ekasa no relevant ana COVID aguno.
The idea on technically COVID a year to baby. Now, we be the answer if you are. The Ghanaian electric almost so fancy. Almost fancy. The CIA, you know, I'm not one yana with the Amanyokona MPP NDC Mubakono, Emra, or Mumbe Chono, and Eshe. Omudin Chokrana, presidential candidates, no, around between 40 and 44% of the votes. In the Abasa roughly, we can say one more Komana, almost Abama, or Mredo a dozen. 40% of the vote. In the Basa, I don't know where that didn't say, Nipper to my party, no matter what, a dozen. And you know, yes, large rallies, but and yet, and not ever winning over one more decided elections now in Casano. Ever presidential elections in Naona and Casa. So we could say, you only pay beer, one more votes, and then I'm a free 1992 veteran, changes about one more in a Cuniano ATM. That for no, and your rally, and a Hunyama woman. That for the one more issue based electricity. One more and near ma one more Esha Editwaba. No Mr. Sao Monsano and Rano.
As a science ano, Emrano. Inti ene se ushe CSA a delivery tracker na people's manifesto na I said the demonstrable track you're pointing at. Does it really help at all?
Adakabre ho na battlefield no because focus no one more I will call them rational voters. One more are not necessarily party people. But one more indicated to be a one more share. In the Sunday manema no and as the CIA battlefield no. That areas now appear no. And some woman first to new Yahuni Pano so what's not Bermuda. There were certain issues that maybe a buyer no now or a Bermu. Ghana phone acquire or fast so handle that issues, you know. In the elections here, you media, I only can give a papa. Analysis no dos issues now burning in a
Teenager said, yet you ye dear, Dr. Matthew watching, and nature said, we are moving beyond fanatism. And Obakan say, obvious support, no. I just say, would you say you move beyond fanatism, Anna?
ADAKABRI Ashasia, we just Ashasia 2016, and I had twice summary.
Say, enipa wa daje say ye hwe eye candidate no demonstrable track ana.
I say nipa ni nyina, nipa ni nyina, ye onipa bi a wo mo hwe. Ye onipa bi wo mo hwe. You don't just vote for anybody at all. Wo mo hwe ni demonstrable record. Wo mo hwe ni actions and inactions, the areas of strength, areas of weakness, and how they impact, you know, on Ghana in general. None of me myself. I was looking at the performance of Ghana as a country under President Mahama and then under another Dankwa Kufuor. I was looking at the performance of Ghana. And President Mahama went to 2016, especially the days leading between 2012 and 2016. And then I look at certain things that it just occurred to me and just in my mind. Now me yes I and piano. ADAKABRI nipa ni people here.
Senti ye ka se na ebia me penso na no an se menum eye oil abua baakum ana me bo obosia up to 80 billion cedis na wo so ba ye no wonum abua miensam wabo bosia up to 150 billion cedis. What can you show for it? Sir, at comparative analysis, you know, really no crofo GD.
You want to do no and find Juma. You only can be a more idea Juma.
Say what can say Kotokohine two leading candidates a president of the Republic and a former president and flag bearer of the NDC. Kotokohine talks about a record a day and now by your bay a day and a kemu. Chire dear a kemu and from Swabia ye I will catch the Ghana for say Yamu Aquanya nebra nessa bebe ebe correct sam from Swano never be nature dear woba be nothing na present Susuko no catch and say I or record and a bedu one dance here it got neco record no catch the wakratch for the normal baby a record no na yintimiko na Ubaka say Kokotokohine was spot on with sir reference to be a track record nana.
Karuza some kind of emote ye. Na and Yami Mama said it's true. As some catch another Dankwa Kufuor no. Now let me tell you fact. And something I really introduced it by saying to team for covertly support another Dankwa Kufuor. A terrible misinterpretation of Star and Semino. A terrible misinterpretation. I am telling some Kasakoi Motu. Will be a track record objectively. And a Jumamano. That's not kind of and yet another one. It speaks also for President Mahama. The same thing. A star in some way and decided 2020 presidential elections, you know. The segment of the electors are one more and twapa keke. One more but two. And about the year 2000, the year 2008, I'll jump over 2012. I have issues with that particular outcome. And then we come to 2016. and a man such a by a fee about we Safo now they are the kingmakers or man you more about on the din such a baba.
But kingmakers see political pundits were saying say only just between 5 to 7% of the electorate. Na na 5-7% of the electorate no omutimidi eye ensachiraye ebey.
ADAKABRI now let me CNN. They were doing a similar analysis after US elections. Almost the king-making elements need to bear 13. I was surprised. To bear 13%. I was surprised. The entire South no energy and such a banon is the we one more Emiliano, one more Ejina baby or Mutina, a baby or Mutu about one at China. And I told you a monqua, or want to mean fat or more among your chrono, Frank, Crawford, and Ma Acuyano. So, and you know, say piano, parties in me, Umugia, Sa, a Tia Hinifui, a support. Umugia, Papa.
Entini nyina mu no as a political scientist wo ko university lecture theater wo chere ade ya na Ghanaian election Ghanaian campaigning conform to certain norms ana
It does. It does. Generally, you're very traditional. And you're there as a family. You need to say a better son. You're never be a battalion. Campaigns, you know. Or more, I'm on your corner. A chassis. Nothing. A command so assumed in. Now, I say almost a tongue or more. Emma or my money now. And then they are patches. Messages no the banner. The messages come in now one more message, you know, almost so assume a pencil more no more and so at the idea of essentially I'm trying to cover airbase. NASA rallies, you know, a diguma, but Nimi Night, you know, essentially the media and a Sony now dissemination, you know, a 5 points with you know, party for non be room in common only it would be 80 these days with Moses. I mean, political scientists now, AP, Akasa or radio, so television, so no, a remark at home. And so, you're a movie. And your party no ankasa, canism, no media for more friend, a catch for number 4, I can't home. And so, pensem. I'm on 40. I'm on 40. A can't be so, that pattern be say, and efa. Covered or no covered pattern, no, and such album a large rally to do na film. But essentially, all parties, you know, and 70p, and I'm party for no directly, and I'm one more serial colors in you. Now say, Muslim so more. Now the demon come and said, Your muti. Kuakata in Naka home, but said that you know, me did in command yet the radio for no and come on a quite cheap television for so a dozen.
Dr. Amachi Boateng ma yahwehwe apparent insecurity, apparent apprehension, ehu a ese de abehye oman mamu se ade bechen bia no na yebeka bibi yakokodwudwa we yato we tuo yaka yakoso we mene ade a enwanwa ana se we de adutwam
1998. Let me say. About one day, President by 1998.
2009 January. And Professor Mills by you didn't know.
2008 near to Abano.
Yes, I know better than 2009.
About one who's in America. Manisha, Emma, because can't be before, and I'm on an umbet me too. Abua, na asema wo kan yi that apprehension na APA no ehu a ebehye o mamamu se anhwe ya ye koto abai enema beji nsem ama basabasa yo aba 2008 epejai kakraka me presenti paper o menhia o sa asemi hu enye mere dikan ni ade ba ku bi ewura ya manyo temu a yatena ho ache dodo yatena ho ache yato aba major se makoma nso stand to correction do yato aba be makoma be nso same yo sen kanti ase bi adadi efa abato nhihye no ho the electoral governance or think the rules governing elections in Ghana samre senka da hopefe obi anim until we can begin to take things for granted. At this time, we could be speaking of institutionalization of the electoral rules. It means and no, and a matter tension, apprehension, fear, basabasa did piano. Sad no nemano about the rules of the electoral game. Actors never hono and find your juma ye. The first thing is that acceptance of the rules by the elite and then disseminating it. Now we followers so it your mochi. Penifona jatu no. Oma wachi ni nyina so ajatu. Mrano penifo no poster. Nsemo a wo mo ka. Enye fe. Wo mo nyini. Wo gyina ba bi wo gyina saa. Eno na etimi enko no. Wo mo ntimi nyentu. Se yem famra no nya dwuma na produce outcomes a wo wo do ho behye.
Enti ye kan nyina no wɔn so a wɔn susuo sɛ enka Ghana ye move towards a cashless economy nanso so no political leaders pese wɔn mum kra support sa cashless economy initiative no but rather ye be kwa akoto aba presumption is say political party vehicles etwa mu nyina no sika ayemu matam and that it encourages mrantie no to take up to a tour preparation no amana doors woni pansam edi edibone. Do you support such assertions?
Say cashless system it me the adwuma and bema atuon kuma ewo ni pansam no akwa an interesting thing. We are using a structure to address a major challenge. Our structure no would be say with a cashless system. If it me a tracy near monitor baby as kabia airco, Juma is cano AD, why some na AFI, why some na airco. Obviously, I know bet me abwa, but it means who kind. It means who kind. You're the political will to address this challenge. We can address it. Generally, the political will in the if I knew to know, and I was saying, you can't accomplish it to an anti, it to one to mean Pajano Honyashi. The need for people who use a tono, I don't know, and only the vigilante, you did it, yes, you are no. Take an occasion, yes, you are no. And a tono, whom be here. No, Gabeba, and find say I'm Roberts in some. Gabeba say I'm Roberts pet and possibly or more. I took a 4 years, I say almost a person almost to it. Almost some and Gabeba. In the absence of that, say Ghana need be near to or my number no my home kind. It cry and crankre, wait me, a cotton, a person for Wakoji, a bank to me, a hona, also what me the above home bank. The honor and your how my mind be your how near can once in. And for a bit here, sir, a tuno. One more be here, tuno, a dear did you maybe one, the official two of mine, a secessionist. Your person or your coup d'etat. we no feel her armed robbers. We no feel her. Then vigilantes for no ever. I want to work with Professor Mensaburi and use the term militias. That militia for no, because they are trained to use guns and they use them. They are trained to use guns and then they use them. They use them. To me, only a militia for a chance from vigilante. To the extent that Ghana thinks that Ghana hears some militia for no services, no cashless system or no cashless system, they will go in for the gun.
Right. Dr. Machibuatin, yabedo ase enne na yakuye nim susu no ibi ni ebesa abwa na aso. Right. Dr. Machibuatin, a political science lecturer at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and he said one year di enkomo on the political landscape. Na saying and asu hunu no with me I was up here on 050-600-0909. Na yenhwe empenfo na tenase. Yanso be promise mu anyi koda me amakwan se yemie phone line kakra na yenhwe Syria kola ban ana wa ususuo se waye yie aya nana bonsu ana ya bema ana Kofi Bedu ana nana mu akokora de se ne nana mu akwasa be replace nana mu akon Alasan Shama so wo koninchi Dr. Asemfoforo koninchi na Sabrante we kro honum Carlos von Brassi na ne din de papa MPP ni Abrante no tenten gramosa Carlos von Brassi ana ye tafa Sedu Ashaman wachiman na asantu abakwa ami de sane maami asantu akra na chese Syria kola ban ana ufiri se waye yie pa wo de be ka kire mo ate ana agwesi Syria kola ban pa na ufiri se waye yie
imi sa asemo lawyers are in kutaka
I ready just 90% of lawyers e waka.
How do I arrive at that 90%?
Do you know?
Me call now say lawyer no kasa no
the Syria kola ban na bit me kasa say Syria kola
I'm
wait
just
here.
asking a simple question. Lawyers are in kwana waka.
Just 90%
But that's
of
a
lawyers.
prestigious profession.
It is. The Syria kola se pa agbesi. Joe Ashaman. Kakra obi.
Ubo edimio Alasan Shine also heading.
And so do no ntias we free mo.
Really?
Oh, Alasan.
Dabe.
Onimanyam for Alasan.
Dabe.
Enyame afre no.
No, when?
We are looking at last year.
Wow.
He's
so rest in perfect peace.
Right.
Madam for power.
Alasan.
No, when him say about serial callers more or callers are see if I say when I was at the presidency, you know. The bit me the more request back. Now a shema more. Much as they are citizens, you know. They are being assisted. What I say?
Ankasa mna meka because Syria callers nyina fonfon.
Bisa say lawyers are in the kutaka.
Syria callers nyina fonfon. Eye kwasi kuran se hu na untimi hwe nanim. Ye keke na ani. Y2K. Uhunu ba bi one nam.
I shock me.
Alasan ne yare bremu kwa san ye sie ma no. Enti Mr. Freya ne na Syria caller wonim se waye yie no. Kam ye ntie bi wate ana. Na yenko do bet me afre 0302 243540 0302 243540 0302 257902 0302 257902 ebi so Syria caller bi nsusu a waye yi awade asie so kam ye nkonkwaji bi ma wate ana obi so a ahia ne se eye aso de makura so no kam ye ntie bi. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Panye Frosen.
From Kofi.
Kofi Syria caller ben anim na waye yi.
ADAKABRI, someone put the BBC saying there. APM president no overly pure criminal liability. APM president don't be issue.
And Chamasumi ye.
Someone president can ADAKABRI there. But that of which I was today. Armed robbers. Na criminal activity for you come na e ko so one no the feel one that the penalty, what it the one say what law book or there criminal library the penalty or there whatever was another gun of there is Robia. It's me Obia.
Okay, yo papa you better was a papa Miss Muma yen realign to adia ya na dayanim. Yes, ye be phone line. One of the reasons are certain radio presenters, woman ya no person will be say, be line one. When you be a tuma, will be a candy or pebia, they will not go according to the program lineup. Or see great Amos. What took a fufro, kraka, and then the barbering shops base do. A great Amos, and a wafa one, you know. Was such as a casa or and the barbering shops are great Amos war. It took us with Sirakwala. I go to Swat as madam. Good afternoon. Why do you guys with Jenga?
Serial caller, why ADAKABRI for Papa?
It means to me a serial caller. I will come and tell. Yes, the great Amos, why ye, why to call it for our plenty barbering shops. Serial caller, where you man. Impuntu man.
I'm not a master, no. Because in those days, it took from an upper, the frame you will catch them there, or channel program by monitor mistakes or my from and control. Now I'm respecting him. And the program now, but for that kind text messages, about tail end of the program, no phone line. And then they want media for a would do away with the serial calling. That is the problem. Honestly speaking, minim serial caller be a why you know be a serial caller, they be a matter of qualification university. But apart from that, will be a respect him. People who are gender individual, when your godfather be then you are okay. If you don't have it, that is your problem. But those days now, one woman ya casano. Not some of us we are powerful. Because the penny in that one really not back and was a massamato. Not when you look at it. That's in the information I'm war. ADAKABRI episode of the day. And the customs were intercepted guns. Now at the night, in the next day, now a NDC communication officer watch out with the Facebook. That's in the custom officers are why NDC activists, NDC when you want committing every day. But MPP power custom officers are working the way align with MPP. Because otherwise, why meeting that? Now I feel when you see their call at a meeting. It's about time I want to media for my respect to him. Those days, President Kufuor can budget before budget motor for now. I let Kojoba Road was flying was headlines highlight. Some of you do hear not pod what can't slow. It's answer as a motor phone as a serial call about friend or first hand information. But in the when I can say what good serial calling no. Into a better than I ban or your budget and I ban to take a decision now. Let's call serial callers near you want to discuss. This is the issue. We have implement into so bad one discuss my hand, another one can be by hand. I want to know one of them. And then they will focus on a text message, WhatsApp, text message. No, ignore him. It's about the lion, baby, I didn't feel. I make a choice. I want to respect him. Those days, I want to go to a serial callers a crowd program. When was the last time I hear the initiative, you know?
Na awala Samson why tuki ubrim otenden
na make a told that onye but those days awala kasa when was the last time I cried about it those days it's one of the next for phone afro why tuki wa hin bra apa no why of all ADAKABRI to be free as a share more bus stop way well when was the last time for wa kwa it's the anime then my bunya be then why kindo be our godfather why see the why now godfather no why you fine as I say but for now part the serial caller be any why or okay you know when I walk go university but I cannot yank it a certificate I'm telling you it's difficult
na usenia brother call Samson on so why yeah
people don't know him within the serial calling people in there call Samson my brother I mean I'm trying to move so a serial caller. Once it's me, I'm telling you, I won't lie to you. ADAKABRI, Mama can't say me, you know, you don't mess with fancy money. Sana Mohobia, my victim. Many a call. Mofi Hamukwa, my nephew, my dad hotel. if you room and I could room. And I am you do a be a na. It's must authorities or by if you are waging only a campaign, at least one military, one military officer, and then one police officer. We're done. Now I'm one of the most local ADAKABRI. I say, Yamanoya Rohu, I call one Pakasa. You call some of us no programs be a while. You call a community. They didn't have your Casaman. As I say, now such a person, not say, what should not quite because of politics, ADAKABRI. Politics or Yanko or your cat waste of money. Sometimes you call campaign, let's call the by year, rouse the I have to call friends away mobile money. As they were sending him scar, not friend Crawford. But ADAKABRI
obey. Syria call a bang na wususu se waye ye. Syria call a bang and over the years. What peja e was Syria calling num. And no matter what to say. Ekumfia brobe. Uye. Good afternoon. Right, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
Beman, you're prosing. Nana Mwakuko, ya was Wabedina, and Nana Mwakui. What's it now to say?
Over. She not calling it one year. To be in the matter why you do
Great Amos. What on a car? I want about brain shop see.
Minshia get them off here. Minshia near, so the car, but you go about there. Minimum. Well, talk about for the meaning of a me, I'm getting the car, but the car, yeah, you might be.
What this year were him for?
Or this year,
Hey, it's in catch it.
or this or more over. Of us, a very yes, you are correct, your ground. The young pushing crossing of a more generation. When your information now, what when you acquire Okawas over the Canon. Posting so on my own car because you're not down for Nipana, Nasabana, or can I do my own car? They are Kawashi. And the Amaz of a Shaka, and I say it's a double Umuyan, and I am paying for Zoom, we are on fire, and I have Tiasio, and I have Brewas, your offer. Now the year of a blue share for I don't want to up. You go shut up a Babukoya or a Papati by way the Babamako in the only and Papati bottom. Now, so you pay for Omufa. From Omufa, and if you admire a war party or grounds, and pay for no multi officer, second only if I'm war party, I was your papa. And the moon coming my you. The separate money is ever by the bread.
As this regular, you are not, yeah, bread. Good afternoon.
Hi, Mahmoudou, ADAKABRI, FRIMPONG, MANSO, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Your Excellency, I won't promise to say.
About the other room, alhamdulillah.
When you're better, when you're to crowd, who will see your coupons of the blade.
Ami. Inshallah.
Inshallah. I like Mahmoudou. What besides them, Nepa, your coupons slow. Menu Catasiano. The watch matter all stations. Or one, Amia Majima. Agima Ben Amia. Cocoa tax in the western one. The Aya Cocoa, you should hear now, you are 2 on more. Or no, I have to Yabi, I have some map be for anyone who am the Kiman in the Manama Shabu. One I have to hear Didika, but make a job for the past 5 years. Menyabo Tobacco Kuranto. Bana Miba old sister, Milka Konabata. Nti alagi Mahmoudou, then I never had a party in our power. Na akima kurabo. Oh, sesiya no yeti yanti Ghana fonti na yebegi o manu. Ghana fonti party we da yakuma so. Anu ntimen ka che mbega fre. Don't people na ye fre. Because ya nimcha ya mpanyin fo no o mu ni ma dia ma o mai Ghana. Na yesu amma binu nka yesu ye. Yesu aye wo ye nsema agima no. Ya mbua ye na agima no.
Eti Gado Musa say Syria call a pen na ususu se waye yie.
Me can't tell me sembeti me di me sat na ka say me call a bia waye yie dia. Sanka ye nyina be fa ho no ma ye yie o. Onu so ba kire ekwan no na ya fa so. Ti me ma hu Syria call bia obeti ma kan je we say waye yie say e bia waye yie na odi tie ye to a yes ti me hu. Nti atama me kan no.
Yo. Hey, 0302243540. Serial caller bay. And as you say why ye I was serial calling a jumanum over the years. Good afternoon. Hello. 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 Hello.
Hello.
Pacha Frosting.
Happy Abrobe.
And never you a serial caller. Serial caller by as you say why ye.
Ubien wa ye me catch no ye ne tafe mu gado kasa ye. Mami adwa, mami nyako, ejabin, ebukarim. Se Lord. Ubien na juma me.
Na mami adwa Yesu oh.
Mami adwa ho pa. Se o ma mbo ni ubien na juma. Ejabin we pharmacist, German train. Nanso oba radio su no kana semwa. Ena ye ne kasa radio so no. Sabi ebinim nyansa. Ubu oba na o didi former president. Gaza mrebi no bi kasa ze wo kronfo oba e wa yejuma bia ano kese obi be ka jimi sese a host bi wo ha no man kwai no wo kasa. Me kan bi ntia ba ze former president me MPP ni ba ni be bu ha oba no aba ka kwasa asem sa no ko yo ma me bo di obi a o de juma o ye me na party no honam didie me yema juma me timi fie wo me ka me timu.
Hey, adwa Yesu susu tu wato pano na pano ko ntu bi ma bi mantima.
Sa we na juma. Yo tare a na wa frɛ ai ma me adwa sei. Se wo ka ankran nyina o te. Tele bia ankran fo ai program bi no ma mete se o kan kran. No o kan brofo, no o kan twi. Ni nyina no no akredi. Aye ni je na ye mu bi ye ni je ho se ye be ka bibi e o radio so. Ba nye emfaso a ye nya firi so. Obo so a wo ba no beka opanimu bi ho asem basara odi na gufo ado atem abra no to say free education kwa ne ba edimi ankobi so oba no di obi atem
waye na oba ya so wa he use chese anti magi wono susu neso no kan shin hey good afternoon mami nyako Dr. Evelyn Nuapanyini. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
Panyini ma
Ya niya wofa.
So Evans.
Onyame nshira o papa.
Amen. Na Evans when you scan bi.
Niya hwe wofa. Ya start kasa 1997. Na Radio Universe. Pena na ka political program. Yeah, ninda bu ye kwa com center. Ye radio ehye ye motuem. Ubisa Alhaji Sadiq
Boniface Alhaji Sadiq no wo universe.
Otefi de bempa. Any de wo ejekum. Na enyo menye obeya obo ani we school ko ye national service wo gapo ha. Enyo otifie. ADAKABRI edu de bi na me kasa na me oba no buafu. Yomba ni katre se serial calling nyadwuma.
Hey, na chese wo serial calling nyadwuma wo ba no a won so akọ school no. Ya nyadwuma ma aba na anye.
Onu me na me katre me batifie. Onu ye ne na ye serial calling. Nti me tu oba tembiafo.
Oh, Evans. Agbesi what yasema worker. What yasema worker?
In party asemo.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You ADAKABRI. I like to know AK Kwame MPP.
Kwame MPP, why are you?
Oh, Celia Kola for you now, because Mlas Abra started more Fumbuto, no, Sabra than I'm starting a Jumain. Now, Celia MPP, Pa, the Dimaka. I put in a cassia pa. Not my car. MPP, no, from my secondary school. You know, no, if I make Mr. Pong. NDC for campaign manager. Or somebody you poster aqua NDC for you so you have a man go school. Number DMPP number Abia Mani I don't want to say. And Slankan men think I'm more fast for me, you come and can see Camena bomb hooker. No free education to me about and no one actually Abia Medicine to me park at it. na common Coca-Cola crampo no upon some Bratintina me de Kwame MPP and team akotene the confirmation center 2016 the 2012 me ami kura ayi magafon ennam your friend say to do ni ade wa obehunu me na me just MPP ayi na Manchester na me kura magafon campaign free education common Coca-Cola kura me kasa ma me do MPP na so bi kura ma me bi say Kwame MPP say ya na me branya me Coca-Cola kura me no bi say by adia ma me je won say adia na do aye no mitimo no ma mitimi cheke mpaso amenya awan people me hwe me ladbe na ma tepo nka da nka me pia ni nka me mo pass for nka school fees nka me pia ni mitimi cheke ya 6 months per no mitimi nya more than 22 million enti no na me hwe am so islanka ya me hwe ja say menya bia me di enti no kwa na ni me hu se Kwame MPP manya paso wo bu papa.
Okay. Finally. Na fe yamra dem na ya dem panfo no so. Amanyo, good afternoon. Hello. Yes, final caller. Hello.
Hello,
Pacha Frost na mane so kakra man.
Ye frame on ponza prof kase free toko.
Mientie we panyi no aye yie de.
Ofa wan.
Wan kan kura nyankopon be hunu so aye yie na mpese o kan.
Ye. Ofa mi ye. Omo e bai se obia kana kwese mi ye. Ofa no lie. Ye sere penifo an se ja omo ntoma ni mehwe na if anya fine. Because so be castle radio so be say na still na obi hu a so your big man. So na still no was tramunya say anya fine. Enti no so mo pa de bi ye fa ho. Na we the commissioner of custom Canada mo o si otia wo.
What's imagine so pa? What's imagine so? You Canada mo me de won kra nyina agya. Kana me chiawo. Da so na kana srebo so me chiawo. Asabre we say agbesi no twi ewa ha of the NDC and Koko Atin of the MPP or Matinase ye be twetwe ye ho nkomo decision time
Oha Exi Ponkno Needs FM
Ghana ba Fourth Republic imono yato aba imprenson 7 times. The etoson watwe ene ba beto no December 2020. When nyina mu no Ghana ene di nkunim. Afi nso despite media be no sene ye no abato afi biara.
Say abato afi dru so say ya. Wani tia omaimu ni nyina ni that despite media so. Afi ya bato no ebe ye repeat and say revenge. Ana upset bebem December 7th ena ebe chire.
Eye decision time. Despite media group say a free sabre akopem se yabeto aba no akenkan na afa yabobo amienhu de odi nkunim wa abato nim no despite media group ena sese wutie na wo hwe yen se eye TV ana eye radio kai se eye decision time
edi ehun na wo hwe ato aba afie eye manifesto ana campaign boshe
enunti na despite media aye ne say from now till December despite media ma okwan amwo hunu ne ekonyina
ye beboa mo ehun ne ekonyina na wasigina beboa Ghana dachi me kire say what take decision it's decision time
every sabre yakopem say ye beto aba na wie ne yabobo ne die muntie na munhye despite media channels every say munnim die betimi aye
NPPC for more to do more NDCC change the change CPPC yes some PPPC a new hope for Ghana LPGC a unemployment benefit for all children under 18
so what Ghana Union Movement nka obeti gum na APC eno akwadonko ono so say sɛn ɛnyɛ no no ɛyɛ decision time enti siwa adwene pi
Winim that I said despite media dear, ya can me say, and ya say, ya can finchim na 275 constituencies nina, despite media wa hodada, enti unihow.
Despite media, Metro Peace FM, Hello FM, OK FM, Neat FM, UTV, and the Peace FM online. Yawo hoba wo sadia ye ne daadaa no. Eno nti tumuday na ma fidie ne nka heya.
Decision time on Despite Media. Yet dear na yeti.
Wenti any atunsa fero say, Brabeka despite media platforms are who do nyina ho. With our team of experienced journalists and reporters, you are assured of nothing but the best for election 2020. Yes, Shamobo said 275 constituencies, 33,000 polling stations. Nini nara yini trim near the hun sem nara ebebrem. Election 2020, despite media say, a decision time.
Utie oha extra ponkno. Needs FM.
Neat 100.9 FM so any. Now penifo atena say a kwasikwati of the MPP and a Agbisi Nutri of the NDC. Ghana Meteorological Agency GMET say afekwa ni nsuo a emudru pa eba beto na no nsuo to memne da no kwasi ada no na je say ano ne pa Mrs Francesca Marty na onu kruya na san ye head of deputy director no no head of research and applied meteorology na odisa asemi ede etudwa na oka say nipa bi etetetete miamia bi a ewo fom no wɔn ntutum kɔ baabi a ɛwɔ soro na baabi a nsuo yi ɛyɛ Kwame Nkrumah Circle interchange hɔ Odona Graphic Road Adabraka Wager SCC Tuba Tubuf Kingston Kasua Adenta Commando Nsakina ne nyinaa kyerɛ sɛ memenda no nsuo yi to bɛsɛ 5 hours ɛkwasi ada to bɛsɛ 3 hours na ɛnoma emu ɛdene paa ɛyɛ usual ritual Agbesi Debia.
Your Excellency, Vice President, they're making saying
Nyamiadum.
Last time.
No.
Hey, whom pa now no candidate pa no ko file.
Hi.
Now manifesto da na me launch.
Ya launch manifesto no.
Ah.
Aye ne launch yet be predicted say koko ye the budget 10,000 cedis. And pass so na koko 10,000 cedis per ton. Na aban ne dia ba. Is here the aka say Freeport no munyama yen. Mo pia nko ho.
Ah.
Aye.
You see na ban odrum so ho.
Aye.
Copy no or the farm so. Ben ko enia be no copy. But yet they claim they have the men. Yo, me fa wo fidie so na me ntia yetie for mo. Let me say, my bami didn't match papa. Because Jim and me after I lost my contest.
Yes.
Jim but me bounce it back. Now, yeah, can sanitation no. See, let me throw Your Excellency into me first. I know I just saw me. Me shine from two different perspectives. Me what to say? Now me share clip it on social media. I think the wager barrier also the toll booth. I think so. Now it flooded. Now and then now me share or TV station back also after the flood have taken place. Now so Kwanswa is so neat. So I asked myself, this road, who really satisfy it? Say you. Me I must say because a Kwanum flood there. When the road gets flooded, where does it go to? It causes other havoc within the environment. So if you really say, contract now you're satisfied with we there, sometimes a hard drain. That cast my mind back to those days of the great comrade Gaddafi. How about Ghana? I can't just say in Qatar you got a form because those days got a downplaying. Put got him. And I think from there, no, one of the major contractors, now is CP, or Kaneshi, Winnie Bakwano. And most of the gutters were covered. But, and then, oh, share drainage air construct here. Who be someone say for what purpose? it's too much. Because it's supposed to be constructed and covered. What is here? Now, in so far, FRIMPONG and Minkum, there are most of such drainage water system. I asked myself, so when was the last time the authorities who are responsible are organizing a cleanup to just drain the system? And for beyond, yet people go to the bank at the end of the month and pick up their salary. And so, I do my poti, I see we know, won't do one way. So these are some of the things. Once it is in place, let's make sure say, hey, come on. I moha was susa. So don't so-called engineers. And again, why can't we do these things once and for all to avoid this kind of havocs? Grow. And all said and done, I know people will be blaming politicians. But yet people have been paid, have been employed for a particular purposes. Maybe I think after the rain, I was so not fair because I always see such things outside the country. Now, your vehicles are a prepper. I saw Zoom Lion in the vehicle. I didn't new road now construction. From third gate, I call dental flash. No, proper. Within 10-15 minutes. Now, construction. But the question is, other than away now that rush hour time, so you are causing traffic. I don't sometimes I mean people say they dream. Such a thing, though, as a fennel, you could have done it, I've done. We're sorry, no, not consuming clean. So from the way forward, they say, how effective are we as people of a nation? Now, me environment, I'm once in a while, and I'm going to my friend Nipa 4, Nipa 5, communal labor, then we drain our gutters. It is no matter how long a tower, yet ye die flat behind. Because our gutters are clean. Mimi kofa shovel, na me draining me gutter. I don't put that pride in me. It's my environment, and it must be protected. What is American? But obi di okoye sa adwuma na because abanye mini wo. We bet my train to do something for you, but until that thing is done, e be na havoc na ba. Inti me mesre. You may be more and those who are responsible for particular purposes. See, your government, National Ibrahim Mama, free of charge. So drain me wanna. So if his brother is the former president, I won't pen as a drain him. I do my ye. Never will continue such a project. You know what I say? Because if you want to play politics with everything, one day, those people that you are actually canvassing for their votes, no munti a friend saying, assassination due to your negligence as a minister of state or as a politician. What I say, what is expected from government, and the one that people are also expected to do, and more importantly, ADAKABRI, may catch or say, whenever there's a downpour within an hour, and yet fair. So what are the engineers doing? Who designed the construction of the drain? After its construction, who satisfies it? Not construction or is that it? When these things are not done well and properly done, we will continue to face such havocs. Okay? And my prayer is that in 2014, we call Brazil. It rained non-stop for 3-4 days. 3-4 good days. Heavy downpour, cats and dog. But not a single flood. A bus, I'll come my friend Nata. Hey, Nanka Ayaha, for 2 days, I am sure Flagstaff House will also be flooded. I'm telling you. I am. The Minister for Roads must wake up. That That is one major factor I identify your rules. Drainage enye or the moya constructed that how good is it in terms of shape? Have you ever opened such a drain to make sure the inside no air clean and I so to a bit from aquana? No, because already the aquan was into so to particles they go into the drainage. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, at the end of the day, if they pile up and so let me copy you, never see. But yes, somebody is being paid at the end of the month to take care of such an assignment. Okay? Now, yes, sanitation laws. How effective are they now in our system? Obiya ye do ope. Kafia, obi come the how do you say Janaya. Now there are two robbing, now are dumping. Oh, where they are farming home. The bylaws of the various assemblies. It is a few washroom. So if such things are being implemented, thank God for around and such things are being implemented. Do you think someone will do such a thing?
Now, Oma called tankers at Supuno, our Marino. What's the woman may hear you meant to Yawomoka? Tankers a never snack around.
One end to Yamoka.
So the system at school of high.
No, but no, I agree. That's happened recently. I know. The government is actually not up to the tax. Okay? It's not up to the tax because we need them. You see, don't underestimate such a profession. Who can decide at least the only Africa? Who can those days? They were very effective in one. So what has really gone wrong? What really have gone wrong? I'm moving school. I am here on services. Now I'm multi-fee. But well, and the medical can all said and done. The thing is, if human being as we are, can we take our own destiny into our own hands and take cautiously, baby? If I need look, I walk around sometimes every day, every year, 2 hours walk. If I'm in town, now plot backwards. Now the number of kiosks and for them, I will plot also. And but of course, Spinters Road there. Because me fitting shop be. Oh, that was a whole community. Over 200 kiosks. I was upload also. So the first question maybe Simon will say, and hey, for Moko Janel. That's what Buffy can be done anywhere. But when really do they ease themselves? That's the first question. So don't they have an assemblyman or woman within that community to identify anything of them to have it solved? He said, "Oh, mobile toilet in your man." So can't the assembly provide such a thing for a fee? Because I know very well say toilet facilities, political party exchanging hands is something we fight over. Is that not it? So can't the assembly identify such an environment, provide such a service for a fee? Any another way of generating revenue? So let us look at all this. The laws must work. Say any Juman Kwandia means I don't think too much about it. That's it.
I guess in the and on also or didn't chimu a day abba said and the sanitation I issue has saying na what's it got thing also break but before then no great Amos in here also have a good afternoon over it's me great Amos. What they are saying is not true. So give me the opportunity to clear it on air. Thanks. What's in your correct? When you can be out, when you barber shops be out.
I say about a man of honor. Oh, I'm back at the normal.
The greater was what to make. I was it.
Over.
Yes, sanitation, perennial flooding. Oh, you want some kana.
Over me that say na Mecha Obiona Machia Munia Penny Agbesi. Na offer asante achim domi abrafo mo se mentia wo omo de baby a show no baby anytime bi omo see tune omo tie ndi omo de ma fa mo chia ma be ya asem kese pa
Oyin kese asem chia no.
Oyin kese jo be de be ko pa.
Ya de so asem chia no pa.
Mate be so mu nyina eti tati a chi do me no mu nyina eti ana menua be ma ba ko so man kan em say eno so be ko so oye adwuma ma party ni pa e fe ne MPP ko dwe be ne ye ne birthday ti ma me fa sa akwanyen enwish no but quickly offer I think say me make some few corrections bi answer na my presentation so no say menua panika sa no say sama tankers foi em say aban we ba wa neglect your motive but o hwe story Radio Universe Online.com publisher or say Ghana government gives clearance for posting of 2010 to 2019 unemployed graduates of hygiene schools. Between 2010 and no motewa basi time I ba power 2017. That is a space of 7 years. It took 7 years no mu nyina dey ewofie. But then we came and as our backlog up to 2019 ayede ya be clear. And now Osha graphic online so my story because recruitment process begins for 1,174 hygiene graduates. Handy Ayadia abane ya the 200. That is just to give an information. But Mamenko a presentation on the flooding. Over flooding issue, no, I'm saying can be na ya dry say and crying. Who's a problem no extended beyond in crying. And I mean on consensus, I'm sure say the two parties will agree say it has been a failure on us as a people, regardless of who is in power or who is out of power. Because yenye MPP amoma ba yenye decision amoma yede about power. But don't have flooding problem. Ebro 8 years, ebro 10 years. I think say there are people who say it's about 30 years. It be so running up to about 50 years. They say the scope na yede ayekese. So it has been a failure on us as a country. Yenti minya the responding ye. Go here be to say be a sanitation loss no kra na kebeboa with just an aspect, keeping an aspect of flooding na. It is something as a country intimi implementing ye, but one of the failed laws are yenti minya the enhwe so but like I said, any problem limited to Accra nkwa. But I discuss flood na who say adwin na say nkra. But recently as what is Bagri Dam spillage in Akoswa, Northern, I think some of the three northern regions. Into here Abribia and say flooding ba your response as a state has been reactive. Ya tanawa maneba ne dru ha ya pesika kakra ezo ye evacuate omo ye the relief items ye ko ye pedam omo ye dey atinem ne ye announcement ne ye we. That has been our response as a country. We are reactive, but I think it has gotten to a time we have to measure our success in terms of fighting against the flood, based on being proactive. Because we can't always cope with the flood. It is about time we have to adapt to the flood. In the adaptation here, what they say, you will be proactive. Now, you lead the flood. Of course, flooding is a national issue. Blame game, attitudinal problem. Waste management issues, shoddy works, but then now rest on leadership of Hameboa. Then now rest on leadership. At a critical stage like this, especially on a platform like which is a political platform, you only measure two parties, based on your responses to the flood. As to whether your responses, whether say you mean reactive and I say proactive. Because of our story here, flooding causes, most of them, they mean penny agbesika, bebre attitude na. Truth is, say, as a point in Ankasa, let's appeal to ourselves as a country, as citizens. Say, for how long are you going to blame leadership and government for perennial flooding? Afibia the issue, because abayin timi policy obia say afibia drainage bia no. Yeah, the police near jina ho and say the camera jina ho dey monitoring ya no. Abayin timi nyina as Ankasa nipa no, the higher responsibility also lies on us. After oba we be to say waste management. And also to the contribution of South flooding because one share waste management same year. Abribia no monse nwura okrum and so no to be there bepem epema de kwa kuga tesim na fe flood na de asha se na de ekoso but o here aban response offer me say o here okra na I think o compare statistics on cholera issues obon say afi kra from which means say generally no MPP's performance on waste management no de abwa nti o here the extensive scope of flooding no. So we define the extensive scope of flooding with regards to even waste management. It is something that with regards to your reaction towards flooding. But there is one problem as a country, and sometimes as a ban, your responses to say problems are we cause more problems. And no be because the Cobra effect. As a debia no say oh baby there's a problem you cause more problem. My classic example. Okay, I say you know this may believe we say bibi te say circle interchange you know na sika ne ade ekwo mu no ye because no more ensure for proper drainage ne ade and philosophy so achen better na TV so can the extent and the scope you should bro for the scope but as at now circle go so flat Marima another example me nkwachiri enkra ha ya terminal 3 as at now ehon so no so last year it was worse until say government responded near year drainage system constructed no be ehon nyina de eboy enti one hwe ya yes as aban kra no your responses bu ha ye dey solve societal problems also even complexes the whole flood issue enti we have to accept ni ehun ba bi a flood problem na nkasa ye dey efree ba ansa na ebehu sa e bezia ekwan be feso ye dey esi ye dey asolve no but say them sika ye no your problem the major problem has been say always want to cope with the flood instead of rather than say you adapt to the flood but it's about time as abano and as a man for no yes transited from the coping strategy to the adaptive strategy and you was say yankasa buy and because leadership is not to complain oh an attitudinal problem na yes say so buy but one kasa MPP na do buy yankasa there na why have flood issue no of a flooding you say solve whole problem na but senka enye certain interventions critical interventions akaban na de buy akabaya west o say ofa kaneshi ho a e de course a kaneshi wager kwan no so ha yaya sa around kaneshi first light one so my drainage system bi wo ho so here be 2 years ago no na enkentesa ka it would have been worse but of course they say na so here the atikakra wo say me ba na wo ka John Dumelo ni mama lady asem say Westland na ho no ho nyina flood but previously na shiashi Westland mempasa no ho nyina na ho nyina de flood but biza wo say na de nkwa na kwa Westland nkwa. Let's just say there has been some critical policy interventions there, which was not only reactive but it was proactive, and that defines the exemplary leadership. Distinguishing once again President Akufo-Addo from former President Mahama.
No, you mean she have been solved?
Oh, so I didn't interject. No, people can call from there.
It's just a conversation. No, because I witnessed it. That's what.
No, Anna. No,
I'm a living testimony. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Anna, may I say, if you look at initially the extent of that flood, it was bad.
No, it was
it was bad. But now, no. No. Let people call from there.
No, I weakness.
No, we can't trust you because I mean we can't trust you.
Why can't you trust me?
Offer again. One of the interventions so you say, we say as at now, no, we can't flood in Asema home. Who knew flood no as a problem on its own without doing infrastructure project. Because equal hand in hand, there is a marriage between the two. Only when a over infrastructure project correct the problem of the flooding and about source of flooding problem. No, abai sa 40 township roads where we said na proper drainage system no emusu e kataso. Because they mean yagbesi so can say they quarantine na my be drainage system mo they be an for two because with the University of Ghana higher example okwa omo proper drainage system ho. But entino adibia na nso to because yakata so nyina na why fine entino ni tambia no flood na de enkoso enti sa 40 township roads ni nyina no it has drainage system no so no na make say ka say flood na me ya adwen kwa anye say ahase because the whole problem has been say adibia esi what has been our reaction towards it because my for background issue in example say until recently President Akufo-Addo cut it short and now approve parliament more approve say omo be construct Palugu Dam no abribia no eba na be say nyuma na be say nsuo na kun lives and that is all we discuss it every year annually over how many times na we host to program afibia can flood one them but as a people no, as a country what has been our response what will we continue to see a half full glass as half empty and as a half full that should be the question but we have been say Bagre Dam now yes it is a flooding problem but now no you are converted to power generation yes how they are the irrigation purpose and that should again distinguish the two leaders between President Mahama and President Akufo-Addo. As I speak with you there are 36 township roads so yes how they are correct make way nyina say we can't also complain because we are not in opposition yeah bet say e dia na dey afa ho and that is what President Akufo-Addo some of the interventions or they aba but here generally no flooding so it goes in hard in BBC sanitation because ukroma na say enye fa na say fin or hwa always the gutters will be choked but here generally no our performance on sanitation of course you can say solve sanitation problem na see who but generally no sha ene kromu nyina ya dey ate anka kromu nte ya wo de ka rainy season say ne ka cholera outbreak and what one case gra enti uhwe mu pa dia ene with regards to dredging works near any ade ya and as I speak with you and I make say graphic report to say at least 1,117 a school of hygiene Ankorano material fee between 2010 to 2019 no abaye the apostle
waste treatment plant across the 16 regions undertaken by Zoom Lion. Now President of the Republic is Bema Ghana the cleanest of the lots in Black Saharan Africa.
View was that Okasa view.
Offer sir when the back wa sorry no ma ebo ye ma Mrs. Ladapa abaso say no say because at the back who say can flood now men say petit flood nko say nsuo to ye wo no ma bi a eno na trigger flooding because say nsuo ne to now drainage system are choked waste management nya papa definitely flood ne be dey ebeba. Of course there were other factors say there were dying CCC water waste near there which is purely an engineering problem and the local government authority should set up and do their work. But the whole point is say ultimately waste management in fee this solve flooding problem. At the end Abaya again it shows say Abayawe is not a government who cope with the flood but is rather adapting with the flood. Abayawe in a government again it shows say on your reaction measures in Kekenodi busa flood abani akwese ni akwese relief item na former president no tumutu no attacks no akoye show na channel. No, that's what the president is doing. Well, of a while now come of videos say or construct a 20 of friends recycle plans. What it means in the same waste and block when na fe waste na home bayan faso because say waste people have to buy the waste because no so ohia and the afa waste na can no be so a obi hu be odi waste beto no ono company bi ho no ohia waste ni nto no auto waste na the be say sa waste na ka be choku gates no obi dey produce at the papa here dey ama be electricity e be or dey produce polythene bags or dey produce be rubber ama o minor side dey enyam so and that again distinguishes the president Akufo-Addo is the only person now again we can trust him say ba so solve problem of flooding obi time dey solve.
Agbesi?
Yeah.
Does it change anything? The fact is say EACC waste management solid waste plants across the 16 regions.
What is the purpose? What is the purpose for putting it up? Maybe that. What's here to what? How effective is it going to be? Yes, sir. May say there were other laws, bylaws. I just say these fierce and human. The entire laws to prevent occurrence. Yes, sir. Into no ye jumana. So why see those things are two on one day making sure say effective a juma. And it's okay. As some make can say me can. Look, on Okongo traffic light, just the entrance of Legon. Eba standard board. It's your tone and say to now flat, no the kitwa. Okay? I drive on that stretch of road often. But my point is say I don't want to shift blame to people who I think are not in charge of those things. Ye won't go for omuye wenjuma. Bebuana. When you say ye kwanya bebia afufufu kwanya ye won't go for chese periodically chese omudo ho. Omuye. But the multi-billion question is: are they being paid for such a service? If yes, who does the payment? What did they make an say? So, into your sister, you tell me because who say President Nago can say it will be the cleanest city within a sub-region. And say a biomana because I can't be paying.
The cleanest country.
The second is the cleanest country. The first one is the cleanest city. That's Accra. Yes, sir. So they talk, lip service, and go see baby. Okay, let the institution work. Hold them responsible.
Okay,
me no. They have me no said they be almost politician. Yes, politicians fine. Who is the minister for sanitation? Who is the minister for roads? Are they not in power? Are they just driving in their V8 all over the places without even supervising? Because I can't go and blame the chief director. I won't. What did the American say? I must blame the minister to enable the minister prove that he's in charge. Okay? Say ne, trim. Let me say, see, Ghanaians say we are our own enemies. Obi ye bibi na go catch na catch the way too no. You know, in this year obi ye the ope. Okay? Let the laws of this land work.
Okay? Yamra me share apparent apprehension, security related issues and the way forward. Usuti in it 100.9 FM. Ibusa say serial caller ben on both sides of NDC and NPP. NYE na na unanimously we say great emos when yes
that's what I said no message on yes
why barbering shops across every community in Tema or barber shop or
You see,
also person comment kakrebi
why
na great emos when yes kasa great. Hello. Mr. Magritte was great.
Over.
Hey, na utirinkwa.
Ala na jingwa.
Hey,
afia kwa betu mi ana.
Utirinkwa say you can the most richest serial caller the whole Ghana say what so.
Over. Ebia na afa na ebeba de. But se am timpa de. Ebia say ni ho.
For no can sample. Yes, what unsaka ka mu no say every community whatever or a barbering shop or but one no can sample them also.
Yo over mama ni kan share what you for nyina. Na me sure mo so mo share on Facebook ni yasa fa na nyina. Na over what me from no kan sample ye pa ba ade no kure wo me say what is serial caller why ye both political parties no. Ana bebre obi a comment on say me sa no me gina so eka nyete bia sebi o se miye ya mempe ba no kure wo mu say enem po so hu great mo na se great mo se bia se ma system o se me sisan ya na nyete bia tira kwala enem na ma me ma sisan na se me nsan ye but asema obi kan ya ma cause bebre ba me so a me pesa me comment on no obi say ma bie barber shop at talker no no kure wo mu kase ye say Majuma Maya since 2003, it was Greater Accra, which is Semaha, a barbering work. And your opposition, you know, of even crack as I'm on Cananusi and Land Casa and Quebec. Me will two shops that me will be a baby poor family and be free to me family, Brabon Chachata. If you free, ever do a honeymoon 99, no, new opportunity 2003, no, a you be Miami be me there. Two shops. They say a third one, but still, you got power and me a shop no dear. Me two shop since 2010, levy when you know that.
You why are there?
No more can you know, and you know, credit.
It is a
or more cano. Me and Casamadam for Baco, your friend, Prince Kofi Buama. Only me political back one, then whatever, my West is organizer. On one case I want a car that since the position that agent. Now on car about power na me used to small one be pican to be and I'm used to sana me and Kasami the about one to cram this year or more and your politician be akura le to ma me papa ya na edumwa no more bit o muti already one of nipa ba akura wo ankasa unim no your friend na FRIMPONG London beat radio now yes on another for back and a can muti boom no mo talk and be chair me and I'm me and me and me kind of ADAKABRI no kure woman say no political nipa ba kwa a me kapra na assessment wa obia so anti so ma me document na wa ha me anam yi ma de fentim no politician obia mfa ne nsem anti bu say me migrate mos simple kapra na assessment wa e de so ne kai so kan be do port me ankasa ma so ye papa ansana me ankasa me kre.
Okay.
It
is that just yet here.
As more can you no political party, so people so bad me to see me jam there. Any hallelujah. But pass and what go just say me yaba power but no. That's I'm not to why.
Into one community, one barbering shop. Why are
one community, one barbering shop for the government can you? And
and there was a great Yamishna, what you na? At the Pamra Wakwem, what?
Amen.
Oha FRIMPONG no needs FM.
Ghana ba Fourth Republic imono. Yato aba imprenson 7 times. The etoson watche ene ba beto no December 2020. When no Ghana ene di nkunim. Afi nso despite media be no sene ye no abato afi biara.
Say abato afi dru so say ya. Wani tua omaimu ni nyina ni that despite media so. Afi ya bato no ebe ye repeat and answer revenge. Ana upset bebem December 7th ena ebe chire.
Eye decision time. Despite media group say a free sabre akopem si abato aba no. Akinkan na afi ya bobbo amienhu de odi nkunim wa abato nim no. Despite media group wa ena esese wutie na wo hwe yen se eye TV ana eye radio kai se eye decision time.
Edi ehun na wo hwe ato aba afie. Eye manifesto ana campaign boshe.
Enunti na despite media aye ne say from now till December despite media ma okwan amwo hunu ne ekonyina.
Ye beboa mo ehunu ne ekonyina na wasi gina beboa Ghana dachi me kire say what take decision. It's decision time.
Every sabre ya kopem say ye beto aba na wie ne abobo ne die. Muntie na monhye despite media channels. Every say munnim die betimi aye.
NPPC for more to do more. NDCC change the change. CPPC yes sim. PPPC a new hope for Ghana. LPGC a unemployment benefit for all children under 18.
So what Ghana Union Movement in Ka obeti gum na APC eno akwa donko ono susu sen enye no eye decision time enti siwa dwemipi
Winim that I said despite media dear ya can me say enye yesi ya kan fenchem na 275 constituencies ni nyina despite media wo hodada enti uni how
despite media Metro Peace FM, Hello FM, OK FM, Neat FM, UTV, and Peace FM online. Ye wo homa wo sade ye ne dada no. Enunti tumuday na mafidie ne nkaheya. Decision time on despite media. Ye die na ye tie.
Wenti ene eton sa frɛ say Brabeka despite media platforms ahudo nyina ho. With our team of experienced journalists and reporters, you are assured of nothing but the best for election 2020. Yes, Shamobo said 275 constituencies, 33,000 polling stations. Nini nara yini trium nye de hun sem nara ebebrem. Election 2020. Despite media say a decision time.
10 years of providing quality entertainment. RTP Awards, it's 10 years. The excitement is back. The 10th RTP Awards hitting the Kempinski Hotel live on the 7th of November 2020, coupled with spectacular performances. Time 6 p.m. The RTP Awards is brought to you by Special Drinks. The 10th RTP Awards is a black tie event. Attendance is by invitation. For Neat FM to win more awards, vote for us now. For Despite Media Group to win Media Group of the Year award, dial *447*111#. Select RTP Despite Media Group to vote. For Akwasi Abuaji to win Radio Morning Show Host of the Year award, dial *447*111#. Select RTP Akwasi Abuaji to vote. For Mark Jerios Ajimai to win Radio Talk Show Host of the Year award, dial *447*111#. Select RTP Mark Jerios Ajimai to vote. Or you can log on to rtpawardsafrica.com and select RTP to vote.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you glow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Catch it. If you're right, maybe I want to hear it. And that's what be if you have with you, but some me, I'm rent to say. If you're right, for the Ghana cities. If you're not going to be Ghana cities. Hey, son is Mabu said, if you're Ramatia, between Batita Mumpumo, and with the Equatorian. Now, this way chocolate drink that I bay. Someone of my Elchan when you that bay and I will crowd better too. What to make us say be a few of our Shebra. I mean, you should become a I just feel as I would your book. If you're a very wood to your knee, if you're afraid of what's at here, this way chocolate drink for full you swa a good journey. Yet, as if 1 year I could to a team on my day. If you're a wood to any or wood to any, you're brown at day. Eh, now this way chocolate drink, no sugar and number sugar womb, and then once one was here. And you hear any so share. Now, I'm a pebia, Monsieur Sugar Capum, the Bafamanimu, or Asha said, Muba from Yati this way, Sasha Bakumpo, a good more chatty amano. Maybe that. If you're a sadia, yet, sir, yet, this way chocolate drink, a Busso supermarket, or can see John filling stations, and the shops, and no one to Yamati Abusi, and the Shiani and San Koto, and Metati Maunum. Hey, if you're a Benny, Fufu Valanda Swa, would you wait? Yes, I am, woman out the Kutukum. You could talk this way chocolate drink and so swap. If you were in your debut, sir, we shall see. Achia, Yabre, Yabako. FDA, I just said, you didn't crack to Maja to say a ye. Yamenu, Yamenwe. Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi. Eti Yamenu afa hin na mahie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi. Papa so ba fie ni enwe fufuo ya. Asam aba. Na so oben. Wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro. Beye de ni ehwe fufuo a. Akode wo nwane. Adwa mo adwuma. Se me ni fie adwuma di mini. Fufuo kakra ba o medie no. Eno to me twa da pasa. Hey, aso wo kan na matire nyira. Ah, wati ate na make am meboa. Ebo de odi komum. Na sese ade obra to otwa. Fufuo ai wo wadwo pam. Na wo ma siu, na wo timu aba, na wo sadade, na wo timfra kwade ne nyina tu atwa. Make say ya need food sadaroma. Wo bia mani ye pa. Ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankani fufuo a. Wa ne powder. Wo de gu da kama ya ye fra no. Need fufuo a. Eh, enya no bi na masori ba until izi kama me di ye yo. Sese bia. Ma me hwe. Oh, e bia. Need fufuo a eye kama say. Bode fufuo ne mankani fufuo papa bi na wo kan say twan. E posim na ede na me so kan so ento. Simanu branu wa wie wa hie wo kwa papa bi aguso. Be chese de ama mani kra agisa need fufuo a ho ama me ko to bi kra ba ne say. Se de Ghana for sipom fufuo no. Eno an wo ye nu. Enti se wo hwa fufuo won pam wo drom ne we nu a. Wo ho susuna bi awom. Wo nso de bode ne mankani fufuo papa bi eje nie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne se ne wo fa mojaduro. Ana pawia ne anadwo a wo koda. Need fufuo supermarket bi am. Need fufuo e wo fi a eni gye nko a. FDA ahwe se dwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
Utie oha FRIMPONG no. Needs FM.
Needs 100.9 FM so any. Na ene eye Monday October 12, 2020. And the time just about gone 3 p.m. In the studios, Ayeko Kwatin of the NPP and Agbesi Nuchu of the NDC and Nai Agbesi Nuchu.
Bema.
The Nuchu Pishi is saying
Bema Tia.
Oh, the Benson Nuchu. It's Benson Nuchu Pi, Benson Titiano. Oh, and then the banner. Just a
nice lawyer.
A nice lawyer, pa. Oh, it's just a Benson Nuchu, it's just a Benson Titiano. Benson Bema Benson Titiano. And Nuchu guy, Bema Penny Kessie.
Bema Kessie.
Oh, it's a lawyer in the pano. A lawyer Benson Nuchu.
A nice guy.
The name with the papa Benson Nuchu. And I just also say Agbesi Nuchu. Yeah, Agbesi Nuchu. Just Agbesi Bema Agbesi. Bema Agbesi. What Bema Gasa? What's the Kofiakwa, a National Youth Organizer Convention People's Party, working round the clock to reclaim Kumbungu seat. Or not so Matinase. What's I am Matinase?
Back on Ramajoso. Na
adia na amwache
edika no mamentia na mentia wetifo na mense o se enka traffic eya mamu bone ana de sade uyaba eka hu bi ana meeting kakra bi nsusu a yesi bi before ere toto akwan mu se de okan no anya we claiming kumbungu nko a we are reclaiming Kumbungu Elembele Evrejua and of course tomorrow
na just a 4 seats no
be ka ho yon yes ana yon so ka ho
bungugu yon
tatale so etite kona ho
next 7 no
you say you're targeting 15 na be one strategic regions it mean can because also uja for throw notes also na ba ho enti baby one my the better ba bia ma bodo mu pe wo wi entire bottom macro no they are out
na jomoro so no nye na former chairperson also independent
the Convention People's Party entity ame yehu Kwame Nkrumah the chair friend Democratic Centralism and say yesum party yesum nipa bako jomorofo enim say the entire omoto aba ema Convention People's Party no CPP a omodom enye same aba Nkrumah nti e bi say Kwame Nkrumah ngo bako pe jinga na ba bia so aba contestant kombe de nti omo de akokokoko asensudi a efita aba amono ene kokko no nko no munim nti same aba betima try is allowed a democracy but the any Convention People's Party nti yefa na dendende nti eche for fan chame amamu bone ama traffic abakrum ha na ama no abasa
this year yetna ase a enso atoto I to say the kasatin de bia na yabeka ho asem atwembura esoso e de aba atutu kwan en say yebubu ho na Matthew for say enso na fekura na ebeto na kese na ni nyina so mu no eye sanitation ministry any Zoom Lion esoso no eye solid waste treatment plants and waste treatment plants across the 16 regions and almost sinkrade omakosi kumase de takrade enche no mawie kufodu ade omabetwa baabi ekoye no sunwan de omakotwa baabi eye no upper west na no present koyi omako a chese Zoom Lion gusu a oye sa adwuma no a na Ghana mampanyine say sa adwuma ni nyina across the 16 regions ye upper west they say 15 million euros and now one de koye in 120 days no more wie a chese wa hene na ni age papa Ghana mampanyine say be wie 16 regions nyina no na Ghana abeye the cleanest of the countries in sub-Sahara Africa. What are your thoughts?
Bakamra try be one more. Na yenum be one more be say be say baye ye be say ja kasa kakra. Because anabufu ashe yimuma 21st century 2020 enkofo ayeka kwan enampoase enkofo ayeka ye de electricity na charge say de charge wo phone na ye de ye ti wo mamu a nsuo to ane nyamane eno a o share videos bi a nam social media na enkofo cars etata nsuo mu na obusa won say ade epobu afu ana wo twa fankran na ana say eye normal gata ye a yenim se won kran ya na no nsuo no to ya agiri
epo ne bu afu no de memfa nka ho ma eye uko Ablikuma West omo ewo danso ma ame epo na no be obi e frɛ no Abliku ye frɛ no Akwetema epo no ewo ho air rise by 6 feet ebubu adan a wo ho no mo a the next target epo no state of the art hospital ye obi oti London ababisi yana ni oti London abisi dia momo no eti from Senegal ebetwam edeko Axim epo no is rising epo no emu e hot global warming no epo no emu ye hot no and rise ye de na ye
I'm completely the CBB baba no MBB na this phone di omo ye na ma me nto aso nka se
no
oh but that's the truth
over
Sabio 28 years what means say oh he's ashamed no raho
over
me just say ni wo no de say no 28 solid years over and then show to a na wuti fear sabe na the bunker pointing back sir and go fire the omo ye gum when say bi insu bottle bi special ice bottle bi na e de aba fie sabe enyoma enyoma yes plastics nkwa wo so plastic kwa san kwa to enyoma na de ba fie na de okan jama punu nyina mu asi a ama ensuo no to a iriba bontin nyina no e fie a ye de gusade no ya me ya ane say MPP for e ba e o mate baller ministry ayi baller minister ayi di minu mie ni nya tua esika tua ne kase on hwe ma baller enyira free kromu a ati sisilia da pa ba bia obi ametia wo me se wona bo modia na se ukọ odoko ha udi won ma ai pogas ani wonom no ai nsuo bia yiri ta ho me do na me say na re nsuo de free form so sisilia da pa swimming pool ati sisi me show kona ko twesa nsuo no free wonom en ko twen kwa bia so ADAKABRI onko twi free wonom en ka bia dia ba wonom no sabi you can't even pass there. Yeji baller minister at baller ministry etua honka and this is what we have. And then we free a ba even say West Hills more ba anya pa e ta kwa mu honom no ana manfo ada beto no makwakofa but ya no sa kwan no wo and it say the unya ba bia mfa 21st century wa bra kro bi honom a e desert it is Dubai and then they have one of the cleanest waters. Eti denana do nkwa akofo ado mode ba ani ade no nyina ani enye na sia na flooding kroya sa nsu epto na yiri ekunkofo circle I ka say never again no ananya na sia
June 3 de no
and as abo bay but you know sometimes on the 24 cent ke di bi su tables ni twomma because no be one mo ya vantina me am some person to buy am person be kasa wa hwe no akotia obi hwese yate odorevem na anwea no a yeti free mu no esa de gu odo river na no pepepe ye ja no common sense in tell say nsuo to a se nye rose mponen from akra na ebo akakra kagwe enya anwea na esa akogu nsuo num ekogu mu ayi mu nsansi ye nsan kobo kan kofa esa de na bra kogu nsuo no even say ura de kofa this is it's so painful etu busa on senti Ghana pa se ke MPP ni NDC for e o madwuma ana sabi omo hweso ne etua omo ka ananka sabi o omo investing in it agese no come o man na oju wa won o ya ti anwa na de anwa na gugota na no knowing very well say so nsuo to kakra bia abesa tue anwa na sakwa kogu nsuonim amade no ma sense and yet we continue to do it. Conspiracy theory ya de nyoma bia di say ana empani for no person sa ne wa wetasi nsuo to na yiri nkofo a ayana menu ya otie o manage ho. Oh, that's how this is possible. Oh yeah, and I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you why.
Oh, Kofi Dewi, kasebo ha ni
pasoka. Dear conspiracy theories they can say. Say show to na fan kofo sa no ana yem shaba. Ye ne nkofo ne nso afọ mu yi. Omo dan ne ade ben den. Ene sa ade a yem na dmofo nkom ye twa budget ani bo. So I said that it's a near budget anymore. You got to mattress, you got to more, you got gas cook and daddy, a baby at the Bia 4% to Bia for baby. So what I say, Nanko Fubo to more day. If I can't call for no, I can't call for no time you may see. Because me say, me tell you. Say ya tuaba, a ye on my penny. Now, person Ghana, any Accra, one of the cleanest places in the whole world, even Africa. Now, what Bola ministry? Ayi Bola minister. Na baller minister entimi any obi to say town and country planner director entimi kasa enkan tia ne say me pese me hunu de ntia e da wasi nsuo mu ana say nsuo no kwa ne say e da ne timu a ade ntia yen divert nsuo no enfa be fufuro because de bia sanko fo no omo so me town country planner no omo planner de
just say omo built environment expert
no omo ye what do they do?
A whole university professors.
But it's a joke. Look at baby is dying. Baby ensure efa. Near sit down tin kakraka. Near simu. Ayemu elevators and ade. That's what we say. On na ya also building day.
From a built environment.
So that is no.
A built environment.
Outside professor. Eti wa building environment dey. No one you'll be one man or say, oh, man, I'm here, EPA boss, environmental protection. Who protected gang? What are you protecting? And then, ensure to ye cars and ensure fanokwe. Any part back with your share, I was so sad. Na satanam ka say be one of our group in obedie. Say ni pada say ni say go tane de na bow kata no. E di nipa dey bagirigiri and ko foje jano na. On pass on twin film. The first one so see, the second one so see. Third one on yire no peja the film. Say san ke show de ni ko. Nipa ba What for nipa ba? Meanwhile, your team ministry also shena sadie we nyina no. Yesi ano. Eti mi busa na do akufo ado say. Tama oka say. Opese Accra, one of the cleanest cities in the whole of Africa. Na okoyi Madam Sida da pa no. Edeben akadie. Edeben dia and the man say me na udina me pese okodua. I really want to know
the performance charter no.
Ya man say and one say ya foul say we say sanitation minister eti bola minister boso so aka training. That is it. Because over semena me ye na do kwa akufo do anase CPP ama ne won mo a enka de be enie ye be meje anase ye be ka the Ministry of Tourism and the Ministry of Sanitation na what ye no ye be ka bom ni aye ne say the Minister of Tourism no the deputy enhwe sanitation so if you say tourist bia obi a otu kwa bia kwa gina ni bia de ba kwa ehia no ene ne comfort luxury it is sabe obi no betima fa plane if you America na say UK say oba Africa no ba betena fi mu ana so aba man tontoma we no enu nti tourism minister no enhwe say sika mo benya from tourism ministry no yemfa bi entiesie omanum say the buy be ma tourist aba it is sector no efforlia then we know say the ministry which is the sanitation na esemu no is not performing
and it just tourism so kona nimu a we number 1 foreign exchange earner
enu nti kwa na kapesa sa de no ba no because when the tourists come na omoba na say baby efin to mani nka na omo leave comment no ne ade a it also prompt the minister say ankofo from mu baga na so nko ba je omani omko kokro bi te no omo say hon bit ni nye kama omko baby say bi alabadi no omo say sabe ye na si hon no ne ade na nka ministry no a proactive and this cannot be funded with the taxpayers money give it man say hotels ya ankofo ba omo dai catering rest houses la omo ba omo di ni tobas na ade no a tourism ministry no ejiji omo sika kakra no ye fa sa sika no emwa na nka ye fa titi krom me giri say ye saade we ya anka be ma ministry no adwenya ko amomani akọ ane one that also be nadmo no yes say di no instead of disaster management na yen say ade ni siria na ahun kwa be manage yen go pay da senkoma asomasi yen ko ma no bankuta yen ko ma no report no ade no yen yen say ensuo no e de beto ade be ne de be go community ensuo no to a emfa nkofo nko enti instead of sa di no management no yen yen p na prevention offer if we disaster do that prevention. That's it. Not your managing management in forum because management in there you give them a leverage. Some no friend and not data general. Now catch and say I didn't think toto. Because we might go to toto. I didn't know how you are because na said say sad you see here or where kwa and conform wako awutim no obetimi manage no aboa wo mo eno na dwuma na mom say ye no prevention ye catch say wadwuma ene say ADAKABRI hwe na atoyentemansi enti woni city engineers ni ye taxi ya gbo ye ene EPF enfa kwan amabafa so a ensuo to a enyiri wa ha eno ne wadwuma wa appointment ni ugitum na ko parliament na ye busabusa wa na ugitum na se wokọ na ade no ayiri a yetimi de oba bebusa say na ye den that one can hold you responsible
Anthony be move on be na wunu no person mo ye
that's why ene dey we
na na ba beka
o ko fi ato boss
what to one man so yira fa nkofo ma ne kofo ka no moja pade nyina ye e dey na ba beka
over
apart from so be patch on oni hweka
okay me ntie so be patch wa
over metikofi ase na I understand his zeal so oba nyina wa elite o say traffic asem no amamu bone na ye the airplane ba you were just late and
one kwam I na what
me free spintex na
obi spintex wo de ye e bia na de kwam kroma kwan a wo ye tamamoto we no aba ne ntino bia wu ekwa papa no na mom fa de eko
what the airplane ba
ufa de eko kaso ho no aba se ya to ate uti ufa de eko kaso ho no so that's it agiri o me nsu aba beta akwa mu so de me ka no a ube hu de me ka
na ma ye late
I don't want to form to bo
onye only time conscious yeah ba ha de airplane ba na the jet
wonu traffic esi
spintex one mo no ye ka green areas ni bi ene kokoɔ so a enkran se nka kokoɔ so no tetekwashi one spintex one a kokoɔ so it is nka disaster bi esi ase a ye pe kokoɔ so de ni ba ɛhɔ na ye do omko
ofana me ka late na asem no say ko person oba ntema ko be bante but I mean quickly ma me nko we ni so but metikofi ase won say tama me kasa no oni ha ana me sure so say na wontie na be kofu wontie because wontie ya won say solutions kro de my no kro no most of normal na na do capture because we say ya te ministry bi say friends say Cecilia da pa ministry ah was anya bacho em friend bola ministry your friend is sanitation bacho sanitation ya bola kwa sanitation ya bola kwa kofi na internet that na o say ya te ministry o moto o munya hwe but offer you show ya so ya admit say as at now no omo ye construction of 16 of waste management plans. So what as a ministry in Yahya, I tell say as at now BBC no more.
You know when we first see
na private FT and the BC ho. No private FT and the BC ho. You have public private partnership. No, so
government was 10%.
No, you see if you want to go there, you can go there. No, hold on. Buy now here be a what are you talking about? Buy now the private partnership no. Buy now who see be a communicating. Don't go there. No, me say NDC will buy no. Buy now the private investors buy. No, private companies work when the economy is good. What did you do?
What have you been able to do? Hospital drainage system. The hospital drainage system. Hospital drainage system. We're talking about drainage system. Hospital. The point is that private public partnership. I'm buying who send a woman.
No.
I'm buying who send a woman. What to know?
Private investor will come in when the economy is working. No,
a person here juma no nyeska aba wo do say wo
na zoom la economy na ko be juma
me see you see and na make say another dan kwakufar wodi abro ofa wodi another dan kwakufar wodi abro what baller ministry why baller minister one man in the status of a minister na land cruiser na allowance ni bibia na o man juma akande o ba be juma one nyine ho amfa obi tse zoom lion nom ene even say
you zoom lion minister sana okana you zoom lion minister sana okana
me say
when the kofi na the time
that man na
kofi o yama okasa bi
bola minister kwa yama okasa akadi obehia no
kofi o yama okasa bi
pattern zoom lion we say no ma be say
is that partnership that is ongoing what are you talking about no kofi say abaiba wanja hwe ana me che say ofa me dem ka so kofi antie me say
okay the woman is say plants no solid waste liquid waste treatment plant lavender hill hono esi ho eno omwie yansana abanwe
and this is the musa you are the worst performing in terms of flat wonya hwe wo
aban unse no sa de no
ya ka PPP out as say ya ka partnership out as say
constructed before December 2016.
Thank you.
And to move here no.
So government is
no,
I'm coming. Offer you listed 16 of them. Offer you listed 16 of them. Twaso my.
Then there is this solid waste. Nano ana omu ye baako ewo agin kotoku. Nti eho na nanado dan kokufu ado ba ya okọ ye a.
Before it was done before he came to power.
At least yes. Oba ni aye.
They no can say dey na it's not even a day.
Eho na ode ko ye. Enti oye eye agin kotoku no. Eno san ye zoom pack. Zoom pack ye transfer station. Aye de bola no kwa na ya transfer na ya pack. Enti baako wa chimota ha. Ena baako wo eye
Enwa coming to power.
Mani we o person interject we can all do that.
No, but
we can all do that. He said
he said he
has spoken about
NPP government at the same percentage rem and NDC the rem.
You see,
because at the end of the day you find out
don't narrow the scope of flat. No, you could interject but can't interject. What are you talking about?
Abansi ke wo mu no that agreement say British Assembly ebehwe ame de ball no akọ such plants ehonum na this assembly no so asan hwe ama ye de asase na de ama into obi to say eriko ewo kolebuse no ye ajesoa ena begina ho say AMA ene zoom lion ena akade abom into the idea was say omo the ball akra ekọ ho a free on the basis say omo hia say ball e de be kọ na segregate na say waste for resource that no ye no it assets no ye bi kumasi asase kumasi asase no ɔgye no otumfoɔ de ma no 2015 ɛna afei na watumi ayɛ awie ɛna
ɛyɛ project raw
Kofoodua ɛne Takoradi ɛne ayi nyinaa so deɛ ɛyɛ ɛne Kofoodua ɛne Upper West nyinaa so deɛ ɛyɛ Akufo-Addo penso yi ɛna ɔmo ahyɛ ase a ɔmo tumnika ɛne yɛ nanka originally no ɔyɛ ne nkakra afei deɛ ɛsɛ aban with impetus bi yɛ dɛ aba 15 million euros
because there is a need there is a need
right.
Offer then I make kind of say ohwe aban no measure aban bia na obe measure aban no the response to flooding no aban we response say medical ma statistics say 40 township roads na no all of them were drainage systems okay what they make call back to 16 a year of when they say plans you more constructing. One mention at least 2 or 3 of them are we sure say starting free and these are memo and a buy. But this is a project that we have been able to accomplish that majority of them. And say I compare the two parties in terms of the IAFA flood no. Of course, flood the problem by and he was doing the NDC work. Flooding problem by flooding problem has been with us for over 30 years now. But I buy no measure the two governments and then the two governments net my the afa home. Anna me can say we hear NDC response to some of these policy interventions in terms of infrastructure on the buyer. Across more problem. Second intergency on the buyer. Ye justify ye who did this and now when you cause a reduce traffic. Yes, a bit may reduce traffic, but then NDC
Magbesimra na to quick comment on
Kobe, so I mean I'm just thinking aloud. You know,
as a okasa no you say I can kasa no.
Yeah,
derogatory. You don't say that.
Not, I'm explaining that. And this is like a
be a bit me I say as an hoye me but no we are say e dey na one no.
He sounds so funny.
You don't
sound so funny because NDC buy no then am we here betua so when you started mentioning, you know, I kept quiet. I have it on my phone. Let me person me count from your own mouth. Who say we can't just share same no? Or say you won't trust me. When you started mentioning Lavington Hills,
why will you narrow flood management? No, if I interrupted in mind, I now narrow flood management to only wasting one. Wait, did I not collaborate? Not to say.
Ma obintie die all can be obi obefa bibi.
Collaborate more not to say. Obeka waste asem.
It started in 2015. I'm a very close friend to Dr.
Your friend Adeja. Yeah. Enye Asukwa Adeja.
I'm very close to very close friend to the chief executive of life. I know most of his projects. What he has here. He was so helpful. I mean, initiative project was actually June 4th celebration, tree planting. May the soul of Sir John rest in perfect peace. Edifas see, much as I blame the government, personally, we the citizens may blame me your attitude. Okay? Edria was our road, stretch of road. Won't say I to do to me.
Edriano.
Edria, I'm in my time. You come round.
It
have been destroyed by hawkers. You understand me? Into no, you might be a much as blame politicians. You blame me.
Ignorance.
Ignorance, that's the word. MPP have not done anything concrete when it comes to sanitation. Nothing.
I pointed to you some.
Nothing that is started and completed. He had some Samia couple of years ago. Thought. New month for a year. Omufa every bomb about.
Can I see first light drainage? You know,
more doing it. Can I see first light?
I'm so on the yeah.
I'm so on the yeah. Hey, and you say you found. Hey,
it would have been worse. No, but you see, no, it would have been worse. It would have been worse. Who can that say the flooding started 4 years ago? Flooding has been with us for over 30 years. Flooding didn't start 4 years ago.
Please. I don't think that he listened to himself.
Can you imagine?
It could have been worse.
You're mitigating.
Exactly, that's my point.
Corporate governance, okay? We assign responsibility, and the outcome of a responsibility must be a solution.
Are you saying, say, I was a gun
in
flooding that? Me the kind catch you say. Your methodology, you deconstructing your rules. Me the hair because at the end of the morning, my local police training depot. You know, you also got flooded. I know the problem areas because I take interest in it to know. Fact finding. Who dare satisfy the construction of such a project? It is a music connection and what we are. And look at him and say it could have been worse. There is nothing that sounds positive like it could have been
exactly.
worse. Once you have taken the initiative to concrete to solve it, it must be solved.
Because the solution is not an event, it's a process. Understand that.
You will not shout on the listener. The listener wants to pick a point.
Solution is an event. It's never a process.
No, you are talking about drainage.
I'm not.
We're connected to
the solution.
No.
You see,
oh yeah, the drainage you constructed say.
Be patient.
And this you constructed say.
Be patient. Constructed there. You say constructed there.
Also constructed saying.
Drainage you constructed say. Drainage you constructed say.
A first light.
But if you are talking about drainage construction,
what now yeah, but we are mem. And no mono buy and no person will bear.
ADAKABRI, if you are talking about drainage construction, he shouldn't have. Simon said they're constructing. We are talking about roads in this country, and at least 95% of roads in this country was constructed under NDC from George Rollins.
That's not true. That's not true.
Of course, yeah. Mention a single road that was constructed by the NPP. No, I'm listening to you. Mention a single major road that was started by NPP and completed by NPP.
In the next 4
no,
years.
And Akufo from Kufo to Akufo, please just one. That was started and completed. Just one.
John Kufo by
please just one.
And Coco to Obome. John Kufo na ye.
Completed.
And na John Kufo na dualize ayi mensa to aye Mamfe Kropon.
No. Listen very well. He started it. What shall I say when we
but John Kufo na yes
I you see adjective no. Started and completed.
John Kufo
I agree. John Kufo started Legon. Dualization of even Legon standard board. I agree. But enye onu na wie.
I feel do wie no so no.
No, me say single project and must start on wie.
The time frame.
What time frame? So are you telling me say those that were started by NDC and completed by NDC there was no time frame?
There in NDC started here wie.
There no started wie. At least from Obichebi Lante Circle all the way to Bawe, the CP road.
And
no, I say NDC.
NDC.
I'm Nigel John Rollins.
Nigel John Rollins on your PNDC and son of NDC.
NDC is NDC.
No, but I don't know for something. You have 19 years of. No.
You see, much as I don't want to politicize these drainage issues,
you have
the road flooding. Meaning, I look at it from the technical point of view. Okay, we have engineers who have been satisfied by an institution. So we are engineers. Omufa kwansu de bia, insu tomus omufa ho.
Nyankopon so engineer.
Of course, that's a different aspect. Na omuntimi, inti na okasan say it could have been worse.
Okay,
what worse?
Obi amfa ne 8 minutes say apparent insecurity in the country. Citizen apprehension. Ihu a eba omanma mu ene ese de ahobambo a akọ efom san ena akoduro na yenye ne den obi a chefen wo mu ene san agbisi chase or 8 minutes.
This government led by Adodanko Akufo-Addo don't have the zeal to punish his boys whenever they go wrong. That's the Wonibi. He's not in charge of this country. I am also West Wagon as MCN. A commission was set up. They presented a report. Recommendations were made. Who were supposed to punish? Have they been punished? They were rather being rewarded. On Bomo Baso. There was a Home Minister of State who took responsibility of the act. Is he still not at post? They are reshuffled from National Security to the Interior Ministry. Okay? And you sit in this country claiming, say. Look, for my background in security, okay, the professionals are not being allowed to operate. There's too much intimidation across the security sector. The top brass cannot speak. Only few bold ones. Okay? Young recruits. I am politically. Delta forces, invisible forces. When you see them, the same, you can easily identify them. We have different eyes to identify such things. They don't even take command from authorities. They don't. You see a whole chief inspector bound to such people. But the service is really structured in a sense of command. If you know once there's no zeal to punish offenders, okay, there was a fight between a regional secretary and that of a city MP. No, you see, don't look at it from that perspective. They might be called by their party big shots to patch up, but there was a crime. Okay, there was a crime. It was a crime, and the police could have picked it up immediately. What about in between that time?
Ashanti Regional EC boss attacked in highway robbery.
And your life.
Yes.
Life.
Ashanti Regional EC boss attacked in highway robbery.
If we allow the security services to work as mandated by law, such things will not be happening. It's becoming too much of money. Too much of money. I hope say the custom the prevention service of the custom prevention division of the custom service intercepting some number of pistols. Can we know the outcome? Where are they? Who was it meant for? If you think you are rearing a goat and you come out telling people that the goats are rather cattle, it is up to you. Put us here. If you are empowering the boys to be misbehaving within the system because you are in power, remember that it is not a possession, it's a process. That should be called. Those same boys will turn their gun onto you because you might not have fulfilled their will. Put us here. A time will come, you might not be in power again, and those boys will just be idle. They will come to you for chop money. A one of them will say, I go and look at what happened to that same sitting MP. What's the name? Duka the end. Miracle Duka. Okay. He was a target, I think so. But a drone no new hono. Aside the Behumbiano and Chuchachuchamu. Oh, so are you telling me, say, in the process of the event, Yachucha Nipa Gasanisano, a crow home, yet be no bianchi, Nipa Bakuanchi. ADAKABRI, let us watch it carefully. But I can send a word of caution to the government. If they dare think they can use such boys to cause mayhem, well, the outcome will be so beautiful. As in, we might all lose it. The country Ghana is a peaceful nation. That is why we have the security agencies, the armed forces, the police service with integrity, among others. If you think these boys are qualified to join such bodies, let them go through the process and let them obey the command in the services. But if you think you can use them for political violence and they'll go free, crime have no expiring date. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. I've went there before and understand the structure and understand the system. If somebody think, look, a year let me beside me will say the name again.
Kofi Akwa.
Kofi. The Kofi TSC, where youth organizer a whole political party, a big time political party, the first ever political party. Yes, sir. Yeah. Do you think he can just tell the boys that go and fight somebody?
Ghana Congress Party, UGCC will contest you. Aguabli. Aguabli.
And now what you say? See, as soon as I was so West Wagon. From the beginning to its end, I didn't go from Muko Hospital. I witnessed everything. Everything. Even the guys who claim to be a member of the security service don't even know how to handle weapons. So laughable. Oh yes. Tell them to and almost so you can what people say, professionals.
Panic reaction.
Now, how dare you, a whole police officer, out the master to him? Come on, are you going for robbery? But they were state sponsored, and American can say a whole minister of state really acknowledged responsibility of such an act. But Obia anye omushe, omubomu abaso. Inte abaso omubomu no, omunkoso bomu abaso. Na menu do so a. Bisa won say the Osman ni passport no visa be na wom.
Okay.
Na who dia wa ya suma no, bisa won say voter ID card kwa no shokoto komu ana. Because you will surely pay for it.
Right.
Look, anybody who will plan any mayhem in 2020 election, the person will surely pay for it. Okay. You will surely, if not you, your relative will pay for it.
All right. I will say, Nuchu and Otene of the NDC. Kwasi
Offer
of the MPP.
Offer
in the next 8 minutes. Na yentie wonso so apparent insecurity, citizen apprehension. I say aba on my mem. Any ese ahubambo aba form. Ye ndenie.
Offer and the meka chemi nuagwesi se entietiemu no ye hu bi abre. NDC should stop preparing omunko for mind.
When you say entietiemu, what
that?
That was entietiemu na nche saying.
I say voice was so.
No, but
Munya said I didn't interrupt you. Oh, Kasare
interrupt. No. Gentlemen, you don't listen to
this. Papa presentation here nyina no omo prepare omo for my not to accept defeat. And 7 December omo lose omo po omo mpo omo accept defeat. Yo nyina no omo prepare omo for my not to accept defeat. That's a cheap talk, but the all kind was expensive talk.
I say anybody who dares
She Ghana na nyamo dio. Em now then. She Ghana. Gabramo. BBC for medical. She Ghana.
You don't listen to your
BBC Ghana. Ehuna na ho ni na we be see na boot for boot na she Ghana. Abuba lose. Stop preparing monko for mind from not accepting defeat. You are going to lose and you accept defeat. Who force you to accept defeat? That's the point. Who force you to accept defeat? Offer security as my ken. So share me the sa the CA ebe case study because me sure say you draw a free sa MP asema yamukobo no to me the no be case study. So share eyewitness account any chronology of events until proven otherwise for another so you can speak to. A clear case of robbery. That is robbery gone bad near the ACA. The only issue amasa papa na sem na MP na sem na be quite topical is because probably if you ask me or MP ntia because sabi ye wo other Ghanaians sabi o no onye politically exposed and onye big person bia abribia no ye was isolated incidents you see rule so e be the eluso monkwa again it shows us and it reminds us as a state say they are very unfair to the poor because then MP na sem by idea all of a sudden, it becomes a new discussion everybody is talking about. But, you see, it's not like, say, adebia, afibia, no, esi say, bia, inya MP, and afibia, yeku MP. No. So, the only unfortunate thing is, say, now you have a politically exposed person already. But the whole point is, say, and now we're feeding house, and I can say, even criminologists and top criminologists have adduced to the fact, say, of course, some level of crime is people how intimidate and prevent it. But it's about your reaction as a government or as whoever our authority to that crime. And he say your incidents of armed robbery. We are sure say abai ben on the so buy all armed robbery incidents be no obetime asano. Of course, abai intimidate be but over so armed robbery no. Most times you even tackle it from another way. And that's what the MPP has done. You buy created 2 million jobs. Okay, to jobs so mmemu an enjoy adwuma because oh my Bible cry say and say enjoy adwuma na dey enidi ana nipa no to no ya idle na adwumbone dey ebe open me pajuma ye 2 million jobs be there yes application me do survivor
from where
enti o he bibi to say 2 million jobs are creating now mmemu an adwuma ye enti emma nipa no to a sansa money ne robin ni no ma enti no be there okwakoye but the whole point ni say sabi in any social contest no ana any nipa domo bia oman bia no of course esi fie bia there mensa there ewom nti ubenya nkofo a they will still not be satisfied and they always get reasons of course Kamas can say reasons exist for everything.
Okay, Kamas.
But not always in reasonable form. They are which way they are justified. So but on the contrary, we've created 2 million jobs. And Ubenya nkrofo a omobe the ombegu excesses omobe the skilled ones omobe actually too remote some of these incidents be there ebeba and yet first time I witnessed robbery incidents there oh man but the point is say yes a government no one kasa say be na odiagu akwan mu a obaye no ebema ebe insulate and as ebe mitigate some of these measures and that is why we throw a challenge when this is say let's say within a space of 8 years, Jomama Bedija, Jomama performed very poorly and very badly with regards to our security sector. Because MPP buyer, as a time I resume office, now even security cars, police near only 492 serviceable vehicles and police in the world. Within your bar power, as a country, near only 492. And he said, who live such a state of security? Realize you can bring your counter figures if you say I'm alive. Bring your figures. You spoke.
IGP Alasa.
As I speak with you, Okasamanta Sadia, Meno Kasei, police service in Kwanya Momo is as at now no more 740 new vehicles. And I'm using the keyword new. You're pumping Ghana 1 billion cedis with regards to equipment and logistics and security. A police service in Kwan. Mefa ebia maku, but me kwan intem. No way the kind of investment I had there to the security sector. Otuo of friends Brian Sam say when he paper na report in the buy no. When at the end of chair say omu in that no. Ye in that obi a fa na enko. Of my men to police service in Kwan ya mo 3 helicopters. What can I say? 15,000 community police officers. As we are buying, you employ 15,000. You buy within a space of 4 years. You employ 15,000 a day at the account. Oko police was so you were 2 new petrol boats a day. A moment. My man from Navy.
The boat and the NDC.
Oh, penny.
Who told you that the NDC bought
492 vehicles. What do I know him? 492 vehicles now him. Yeah,
that department was established IGP
No, he chooses to say what he wants.
He should say all that he wants on the platform. I'm sorry, ADAKABRI.
90 seconds.
I'm sorry.
90 seconds at the end, you may rebut. But for now,
no, to me, I feel he is rudely interrupting my presentation. That is a rude. I'm not accepting that.
Also, Kasa Menko Shenanimu Emusan rhetorical question.
No, I'm listening. It's not Kenyan Asemu. One time I'm in a presentation. Opening your response to an asset security in society, Abano. No, because I don't know bro hunt me prevent, but it's about reaction investment why the way security sector. Immigration. Yama omo 1 new Amri. 190 new cars. Okay, I said recently 153 bikes. The echo. Enti oba armed forces so 138 operational vehicles. 50 new buses. And there was one problem at NDC failure to solve. So over here offer who media to be say now your public are no more encroaching on military land. And what for the past 4 years, what they say, your public or more encroaching on military land. Because at that time, no politicians now the encroaching military no money power money be fight to. But oba as a time I go for the buy problem ni nyade asolve. Enti you can security we define security in a wider scope. Say, and yet the only normal the the excesses, the exigencies the SC, but it's about reaction or power no ultimately I go into the security sector. And the kind of investment President Akufo-Addo Ediama security no political party in the history of this country. I am like that investment.
Because you got of the MPP and Otina no Kasa in reaction to apparent apprehension and insecurity in Ghana. Ose Kofi Akwa, National Youth Organizer CPP, in the next 8 minutes.
ADAKABRI, Chapter 5 of Republic of Ghana Constitution. Fundamental human rights. I'm saying Article 13+1. No person shall be deprived of his or her life intentionally, except in the exercise of the execution of a sentence of court in respect of criminal offense under the laws of Ghana of which he has been convicted. Say, me chasem we are here. Na enka na se chenyi na se mbie no mo a wo se wapaye mu no hwere ne nkwa agye se dipa no wadi bone ama court abuwa no kumfo se yenkuku no enu nti emiya se MPP ni ti ha na NDC ni ti ha na akwakwakoye ana me na be di we buy na be ne ma pin ye na die ndien akwase kwa to list here dem am borun kakra o me am borun kakra
my presentation
I want to was me
let's go there
was there 3 helicopters where they are there anyway 150 incoming police up and then over omunyina oyi we nyina ho ana kofo bi tese gwakope I mean akwasi and you said to everyone more yes you boy before you but the joke is becoming too much and one like we can the ama insecurity no aye hu wo Ghana ha ne say ya dalutu a security system no a lot of vigilante boys are now going posing themselves as national security etube hu no na pompom fe mamenka asembia esi brebia ebede we dey become ya Gani udu kumase airport wana bato a won che bokrom fufuo bi osoro joint pa na ofa yete wona ajaye didie na memmo ni pakro di ofa ose ko fi mi wache na men kai na so oh what body the national security nipa ni mo
national security had by who
over nipa ni mo oh we fi national security and I'm like oh yo net saying I wanna to say omo me party fo nkora no a omo watershed branches am no to hey na national security na jabotin babia ye dia na du no vigilante boys chobo fo ene yama omo suit ase na yama omo ebese gota ibi na yama omo pese obi aso omo no so national security fo enti say your plan is secessionist I want to hwena no kra wo sega kope ene kpando a ofa wo hunu because 20 years you dey pick intelligence you dey demwuram eko franipa infiltrate ehunu de ekoso no onim idea no ya plan am robia onim ade kro somewhere 1993 na me twice water Kumasi Asafo na me post school na me koto me ice water na me ni mabaya bi no ton obrayo me ni be fie me Safari Christy enti ebra bi na holiday na me so na pa me koto me ice water so wonim wode onim wode se me ka se onim wa udu Kumasi Leopard Station be bi am VIP bus we ya bike aso ho uso first 14 ba mu na timba no wa ni nkuma no mabia bidu wonom uso na kio sata me kio so na ko se mabubu bi ni adade ahwa yi brika ya bunko fon ni adade anam se aden na fatifo bi tato odogofo bi no se na Christine we na CID ni a oba no ababa betraton obrayo for 3 years me so ton obrayo no you say oye CID ni oba betran obrayo for 3 years oba betran for 3 years na ada oye say we na di drugs we free aba wade ma we na ton ma we na no yeso obia enen kofo bebre akọ prison aba wan asafo a o man time so mo dada mbio for 3 years ada me minimum no nso ton obrayo that day oyi ni wadi no everybody who matters went to jail ene fufu ase otimi flow net say national security no jeni pa no teams we national security that is where we are
right
enunti ama ya am robbers no ensuro sa awia ane anajo ombabokro no so wutie a witness account wa the nipa kan ne say omo bo wura cars so omo robo no according to Robin no ano nipa na identify no say oh me dem ni hwe wo me MP na me call campaign ano so mo ano mo man my den I mean so what is account we ya ano mo bodu tuo ano we so odwa no mo sa de tuo no to ano omo bodu tuo we no omo anko ka bia ho bia no mo dwane ye I was get it right this
na me kan dey
oh there be someone say
say it you
what I say and it shows you say the smart say nipa we de kona kokko yin free wonom ana say omo yo maju say nipa we nti na yeko you know sometimes we can say the city a ohwe na ho akwakwa ye bufu na kwakwa de we ye insensitive no mani adade but ya nye ne sanso a ye nya answers ADAKABRI ebre du say se fa boys no na ye mo mutuo because say ye political interest in dia yan kai say do mo ye de do mo ye nyina awie mpo na ye gichuo no a ya che mo tuoto obefa no tuoto ana befa na chobo ana o se ye nkwo boas masinti onkoto we tuo nti wapetuo bi ana ma nkofo che mo tuoto se fa so wie na person we due diligence nti wo say etuo na me de ma ho me person be kwakodi awu nti ma je furu zemo a what le tuoto what le sikantwa eti next time bia no so nya tu a obetima to we forget those things eno ne ene eto so bio aya ye so mo bon so a aya ne ye referee se bibia timisi ebosa bi won my ha yani opa obesu mu ame kansa ne ti o obehwe no na se ebia ye fie nipa ebia sabe ofi se ye se ni bobi ye ni so and these are some of the things it can warrant the man ye hunu we eti the Mr. MPP near this for say ejima ko ba ko pe under 1992 constitution de ban baso mo sa e the Ghana Police Service say ye jam mo mai o madwuma o kai ayi police panyi asoko se ya ayi azugu akopa no ho asem say o pese wono de o ye adwuma no na de nti adwuma no nkoyie no o ma lecture nti wo ka and I state no oh what go lawyer ya state na no a asemo kan pa de be no kan na nya no kure say vice president chairman of police council or a party man say into a party for asema o kan pa de be na nya no kure
and no raise the
bacho
okay to final comment
what I say and then me no kasa ye oh no but you know I so yon kwara me
Kofi was speaking making a general overview of the police sector.
I'm talking about
a problem of the state. It has nothing to do with MPP.
What was his crime?
Oh, final comment.
Oh, Obama final comment just one more me because I feel we no way. It dey make Kenya say ye pese ye ban bokko animu a. Mo man kai say. Sabi dey padu ano no wotwa. Na dranko akofo ado me sew. You are supposed to be the commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
He is.
Me pacho, the thing he is supposed to know. Because of the insecurity. Nana, live up to expectations. The party boys who are now under the cover of the national security for no, omuja choba, national security for no, draw them out. Let's get in Kofu sabi. Omuye career national security experts. The BNI, penifon no, sabi, omudie, yasa that training no. Let these people work.
And you work with national security operatives who are not loyal to you.
Now, are they supposed to be loyal to someone? They are supposed to be loyal to the nation. Sabi, on man on a phone majuma.
One a fan majuma.
And it doesn't matter. And then MPD will be national security. First, national security can come ground to only a war. What's your corner who address to see a vow? The American say it doesn't matter. Sabi. The best man will be called MPP ni. So what I say, one can say plan you be an look you. And let's distinguish between the facts. Obedient cause me so on sad wako. And to me I'm no call and he say, me am me national security matrako. Me kwa nya fame. E fame ya catch me say ensan sem say no my national security ntino. Ghana ne hia me. Ghana for bambo ne hia me. Nti na me MPP ni a. O se me jai. Na me CPP ni o se me jai. Na se me NDC ni a o se me jai. Na fe de me so me man say ye no sa. Of ADAKABRI say ye no sa. Sabi. Enkofo betimi ahwiahwia. Akwa hu ade bi ansa na si. America for your mode sa no. We seen it.
Okay. Right. Agbesi. Final comment.
Your Excellency, say we be a running mate.
I know that's all.
You go to Agbesi.
Say me MPP ni kasa no.
In 60 seconds.
What say? What thing? or say new vehicles. You see, when you go deep into the security structure, especially the police service, they have never been given any used vehicle before until 2003-4 when we imported second-hand Peugeot. Okay, look, who can say MPP have been increasing the pool of vehicles? You remember when Alassane was the IGP? That visibility. They were given 600 pickup Nivara, 7 gears.
No,
you see, it's not about who. See, and what about Toyota Camry for a police job? Toyota Camry. Oh, come on. And you call him Toyota Camry as against Nivara. That would be something you can say. At least me, be. You understand me? Coming to national security, I have been there before, but I have not been authorized to speak too much about its structure. Specialized field, I want national security. And most instantly, I retire from the security service, they recall them. From the fire service, from the prison service, from immigration, from police service, from the military. Under some circumstances, they are intel, informants. Then they recruit from outside. But still, I mean, you can so we a police CID. When you say police CID for okay, it was for a purpose. Yes, sir. Now and then when I'm coma, who does it? I'm going to go there.
Over attempt at Minion New Year.
Over.
Over problems as of my house. But attempts at Minion Muye, especially when you are here to ridicule and bring a state institution to say security service down. And what now make us a easy debate about the partisan politics. But was saying, but when we say current template, security breaches near the the template was for them. Say, yeah, but to buy a country unstable, yanche, for yan kidnapping. You see, I'm saying if you want to. You don't
have the
you've insulted me on 2 occasions. The next time I won't take it.
I'm not insulted.
I have to be very honest with you.
You have 30 seconds.
So you've insulted me on 2 occasions. The next time I won't take it.
No. What you said is very, very uncomfortable.
You have 30 seconds.
He's interrupting me.
No.
They may change the answer. Okay. Me say. So a person of politicizing now. A person of politicizing now. You better remind me say template aye hu no for sample for the man. And that's the security bit say.
I go down that point.
Aseda Emfa Emma Ose Kofi Akwa of the CPP. Aseda Emma Kwasi Kwaki of the MPP. Aseda Emkoma Aye Agbesi Luchu of the NDC. From ADAKABRI Mahmudu Osioma. Me man tijumede and me ho chia me. Panyinu Kwajo Damiado and the MC Abonchine. Aye Framer Abankro. And our technical producer. For now, dear, Olakwaku Michael, or the Ebekofi, no the Ebeko Joe.
Needs FM.